the 20th of April, and I'm just doing a community live space for L1X, and just in the process of letting some people jump in. So let's create a link. Anyone that wishes to jump up and speak, feel free. I'm just going to post a link in the Discord. So I just posted a link in the Discord chat so people can jump up. You can either come on camera or off camera, depending on not if you want to be on video. Not everyone likes to be doxxed. I don't particularly care. Let's see if I can get this stream started. For some reason, it's not started yet. I'm just sampling. I've started streaming on Telegram too. I've just created a channel. I'm just trying to figure out how it works. I'm not gonna lie. How does this work? Edit like. So that's not it. All right, okay, figure it out again. Stream with. Let's see if this works. That does work, but it actually affects my audio, so I don't know how to mute this now. Um, right, okay, I've cancelled that off. I was trying to stream with Telegram, but there's a delay in the audio, which is about 5 seconds out of sync, and it also is playing in my ear, which is no use. And I could probably disable it, but I can't be bothered trying to figure it out. So let's get some, I don't know, some images up on. Let's get some browse. Let's get a browser up. And you can see that I've been degenning. I'll pretty much live on Jupiter. I love it. So I've got two. I've currently got two event listener nodes. So anyone that wishes to jump up, I've just posted into the Discord chat. Anyone that wants to come up and have a conversation. And today's topic, today's post is a little bit different. It's all about MemeCoins and L1X, and not limited to either. So, like, if the topic the topic can go off a little bit, like, doesn't have to be specifically L1X exclusive or MemeCoin exclusive. If you've got something in mind that you wanted to talk about, as long as we're not shilling other projects too much. I'm just going to post in one of the chats as well, because I've got a friend, couple of guys at a MemeCoin that I'm going to invite over to see if they want to jump up as well. So just let me find the link. So, one sec. Got to bring up this coin market cap as well. But it would help. It would help if I had screen sharing on. That'd be a big plus, wouldn't it? I think that'd help. Where are we? No, that's not right. There we go. So the halving has taken place, and a lot of people think something major is going to happen, but like initially, like when the halving happens, there's not an awful lot that goes down. Like the price tends to go sideways, and like anything that's happened has happened previously. So, like the big pushes, what people expect, have already happened. Like it's like with most things, buy the rumor, sell the news. The events that kind of come into fruition, the price action is already built up to that point. So, like, a lot of people expect fireworks and things to happen, but that's generally not the case. And with anything, to be honest, any event, not just the Bitcoin halving, but any event in crypto, there's a lot of hype, a lot of talk about something, and generally speaking, the price goes up beforehand, and then when the event actually happens, often you get the reverse. You get things going down in price. But yeah, it's a pretty exciting time because like now we've got to the actual halving itself. Um, Generally speaking, this is when things start progressing. So, like 3 to 6 months from now, I think we'll probably start seeing some like serious price action. But again, we're kind of in uncharted territory because we've never had so much money coming into the space. So with all the like the Bitcoin ETFs, and in all likelihood, there's going to be Ethereum ETFs that are going to be approved in the US. So all this money flow that's going to be coming in, not just the US, from around the world as well. There's going to be there's a lot more. There's a lot like if you look at the global market cap, it's like $2.3 trillion. We've not really seen any like retail investors coming in. All that hype hasn't even happened yet. So yeah, I think I don't know this next I'd say 6 to 18 months. It's going to be pretty exciting. There's a group of people that looking at like the previous kind of run, like the previous cycles that we've had. That think possibly the bull run could be this year. Um, Now we're in April. Could that happen? Like, could it be over and done with, like in December, January? I suppose so. Um, could it go on like into next year, towards the end of next year, the end of 2025? That's a possibility as well. Again, it's one of them. It's like it's, it's proper uncharted territory because we've never had this institutional money at this level in crypto. And as time progresses, as more ETFs get approved, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, then you might start getting like other like ETFs being approved. Then like for different coins like BNB, Solana, for instance, like Cardano, you could start seeing more and more different ETFs. So I do think it's going to be different this time round. I do think there's a lot more money going to be coming in. But as long as like the length of the cycles, how um, volatile they're going to be, I don't know. The volatility, I think it's still going to be volatile, but how volatile is it going to be? Is it going to be as volatile as previous cycles with a lot of this institutional money coming in, which are going to be supporting Bitcoin originally, to start out with, and then potentially Ethereum after that? I do think the meme coins are going to be prolonged. I think the meme coins themselves are probably going to go on for the entirety of the cycle. I don't think it's going to have like um, different pockets where you've had like Bitcoin doing a run, then like Ethereum, and then your major alts, and then your smaller alts, and then meme coins, and how the money went from one to the other. I do think the money does flow from different kind of categories, but I do think now with meme coins, I think meme coins are just going to be their own little thing. They're just going to continue because they're a lot of people that are in the space realize there's a lot of money to be made with meme coins, but then when retail investors come in, I seen an interesting video actually. Someone basically talking about. I think they were talking about a specific, not a specific chain, but that they were talking about a blockchain that's got these DeFi apps, and they were going into like all the technicals about a protocol, and then they said, "Or dog with that," and they were just asking people on the street, and it was quite funny because like everyone was just saying dog with that. Now, obviously, that could easily have been doctored because they could have asked 50 people and had an equal amount and only showed the dog with that. But if you're taking it on face value, it's kind of funny how some retail investor or gambler or DJ, whatever you want to call them, they're looking at a dog with a hat on its head and they're going all in on the dog with that. And that's why meme coins are where they are, isn't it? Like you look at where we are now. You've got Dogecoin number 8, Shiba Inu number 11. I mean, in all honesty, I think when the bull run comes, there's going to be a lot more memes higher up on the chart. I really do. Like dog with that right now, he's down at number 40, but it's still like a $2.8 billion market cap. And Pepe 2.1. You know, I made the stupid mistake. I actually had Pepe and I sold it at 800 million market cap. Must have been bonkers. So so six. So anyone right? So there's 6 people watching on Twitter. If any of you want to jump up into the convo, just type a message in the comment section. And if you do want to jump up, if you jump onto the Discord, there is a link there to jump in. It's always hit and miss when I'm doing like a live space to how many people are going to come in, watch, participate, because time difference is always a bit of a critical factor. But given that everyone's like all around the world, people in the US probably about time because it's like 2:30. Well, what is it? It's between 11:30 p.m. and 2:30 a.m. if you're on the west or east coast. And then in the UK, it's even worse. And if you're in like Central Europe, it's kind of pretty early. It's like I think 6:30. Yeah, 6:30 in the morning, 7:30 maybe if you're in like Eastern Europe. But yeah, right now, I think people are going to be watching are probably people that are in like Asia, Australia, New Zealand, maybe South Africa, like East Coast. I don't know. Starts getting a bit blurry. I'm not too good on timelines when you start getting there. So anyone that doesn't know anything about, we're talking about meme coins, but also talking about L1X. And the reason I'm talking about L1X is because L1X is a brand spanking new blockchain. And it's a blockchain that's going to pave the wave for innovation and complete like interoperability. So connectivity is probably a better word, because it's it's created a way where all blockchains can be united. So there's no kind of reason to use a bridge anymore. So if you've got assets on one chain, you want to move them to another chain, you don't need to go to a centralized exchange. You don't need to go and use a bridge. Um, you can just do direct swaps from chain to chain. Now that's currently with selected chains that Layer 1X is connected to, but like right now, it's connected to Ethereum, Smart Chain, Polygon, Solana, Fantom, Avalanche, Arbitrum, and Optimism. And sometime very, very soon, it's going to be connected to the Bitcoin network as well. It's going to be pretty exciting. It's going to bring a lot of users across to Layer 1X, and it's going to allow people to just send assets cross chain. Up until now, it's not really been possible in a trusted, straightforward manner without getting stressed and worked up about if your funds will arrive or not. Because like with L1X, you can basically go to the swap. In fact, I'll just go to it now. Actually, I'm not logged in or anything, but so you go to L1Xapp.com is the website. You go to DeFi, you go to swap, and that'll bring you to a very straightforward looking page. And this is the swap site. Now, currently, the L1 DEX, which is the first, like, going to be the first DEX on Layer 1X, nothing is up and running right now because the blockchain hasn't actually gone officially live where it's tradable, although the blockchain does work. And when you come to XSwap, you can do swaps straight away. So you can go from Ethereum, Polygon, Binance, Avalanche, Optimism, and Arbitrum. Just waiting on Solana. Just waiting on Solana to be added. That's just all to do with liquidity. The Solana chain is already connected, and Bitcoin's going to be connected very, very soon as well. So when you want to do a swap, it's very straightforward. You just put in what it is you want. So like at the minute, you've got Ethereum, and then you've also got USDT and USDC, and then you can do the same. You can swap natively to straight to Polygon, and then you can have it in native Polygon or USDT, USDC, and the same with any of the connected chains. Now, what Layer 1X is working on is working with dexes and aggregators across different chains. So when you want to do swaps in the future, and this isn't long off either, you're going to be able to do swaps from any token on any chain to any other token on any other chain, and that's like direct swaps in like a single transaction on chain where you're not using a bridge. So theoretically, you could swap Bonk on Solana, and you could swap that direct over to say ApeCoin on Ethereum. And if you're doing that, you don't need Ethereum either. Like the gas is taken from the source chain or L1X. So if you were sending Solana, Bonk on Solana to Ethereum, like ApeCoin, for instance, the gas what Ethereum charges comes out of the Solana that you're paying for on the Solana side, and that's the same for any swap. So when you're going from any chain to any chain, you only need the source. You only need the source funds, which will then work out the value, the gas on the destination chain. So you don't. It doesn't get rid of paying the gas, but it keeps the gas to the lowest possible price because only using a single contract. Typically, when you use bridges, there's a lot of different contracts involved to make it happen, and therefore gas fees can be quite substantial, especially as we get into the bull run as well. So, like right now, like obviously Binance. I mean, to be honest, all these are pretty cheap. The gas fees are pretty cheap. Ethereum's like the killer, but like there's many comparisons out there, like with different um well, with Layer 1X, for instance, they've got comparisons using Squid Router and a couple of other um, swaps on what are using bridges. And Layer 1X is by far cheaper, like way cheaper, way faster. And the main thing is it's safer as well. It's safer because it's interacting with fewer contracts than these bridges use. But yeah, if you want to do swaps, like these are actually live now. You can do swaps like now cross chain. So, but there's a lot more coming. I mean, if you start delving into Layer 1X, it's probably gets a little bit overwhelming to a point because there's so much going on. Like literally, there is so many different features. There's so many different utilities, and that's just what Layer 1X have been working on. Like if you look at Layer 1X as a whole, a lot of the innovation, what will happen, will come from the community, the builders, the talent, what come over, what realize the potential, and then they're going to start building, and they'll probably do a lot of the innovation and a lot of the utilities, what no one knows about yet, will come from maybe you that's watching now, a future developer, or maybe you are a developer. Because one of the pluses of putting liquidity onto Layer 1X is the fact that you can be multi chain straight away. So, like for instance, if you're on Ethereum, you're going to project on Ethereum, and you want to, I don't know, you want to get exposure to Base Chain, or you want to get exposure to Solana or Binance Smart Chain. Like right now, like what do? You need to kind of put fresh liquidity onto them new chains. So if you don't have the funds available, you need to dilute the liquidity on one chain and split it onto another chain. So then you're susceptible to price impact on swaps because you've reduced your liquidity on specific chains. Well, with L1X, you don't need to stress about any of that because you can provide one. You can have one LP on Layer 1X, and you're then usable on every chain. So, like if you had some, I don't know, some coin on Polygon, if you put your LP onto Layer 1X, anyone on any of the connected chains can buy it, like with the native token. So it's pretty big when you look at where all the TVL is right now. Like majority of it's on Ethereum, and you've got TVL split up on all these different chains. Well, when your TVL is on Layer 1X, you've got access to every user on every connected chain. So changes the game a little bit. And where will be L1X? Where will it be on here? I mean, if you look at I mean, good God, if you go down to like 49, you're at a $2 billion market cap, like 49.50. Like Fantom, good one to look at actually. Fantom, 100 and well, 1.985 million market cap, just short of $2 million market cap. Now Layer 1X hasn't launched yet, but it's a Layer 1 blockchain that is basically going to unite all the different chains together. Fantom being one of them as well. So like I don't know, you got Spooky upon Fantom, and that can be purchased by holding Solana direct or Binance Smart Chain. It's pretty revolutionary what Layer 1X are doing, and it's launching at a $22 million market cap. So if you think for L1X to get to um, here, like Monero 46, number 46, in between Pepe and Monero. So for Layer 1X to get to here, that's like 100x, and that's still very very low for a Layer 1 blockchain that has so much utility. Like it's got a ridiculous amount of utility. Um, it's going to don't get me wrong. It's going to get time. It's going to take time. It's not just going to go from like 22 million to like 2 billion. But I think it'll happen faster than most people anticipate. So if you've not got into Layer 1X yet, if you don't know anything about Layer 1X, do your research because the private sale finished earlier on. I'm trying to think when it finished now. I think the private sale finished March or April last year, but then we've been in the public sale for like some time, and that finished towards the end of last year. Now, full mainnet goes live, which is tradable on 2 centralized exchanges. Happens, I'd say, I don't know for sure because the team haven't announced, but sometime in the next 2 weeks, I'm hoping on L1X being live and fully working, and listed on CoinMarketCap, but being able to look at it on Dex Arena and what have you, see the chart. That's when I'm expecting it to. That's when I'm expecting it to kind of go live, and it might not do. Could be longer, but we're just waiting on a couple of centralized exchanges, which is Bitmart and Mexi, and there are more centralized exchanges like coming online as well. But those are the first two that are going to go live from the get go. So yeah, it's one of them. If you don't know much about it yet, check it out. There is a way. Now this is, well, it's not a hack, but it's a way to participate in the public sale. The public sale's finished. So the private sale was 10 cents. The public sale was 50 cents. But if you want to get involved and you don't want to wait for launch, because a lot of people, well, to be honest, most launches, they dip, they go down, because people sell, and you've got to get that buy pressure right. So there's got to be enough buy pressure to sustain growth, which overcomes the sell pressure. Now, will L1X? They've got a lot of vesting schedules because this is a layer one blockchain. You have to do things a little bit differently. So there's a lot of vesting schedules where anyone that got into the private sale has got to vest. They've got no choice. You had to vest. And that could have been for, I think, 15, 18, or 24 months. And then if you got in the public sale, you could claim your tokens 20% month 1, 20% month 2, 30% month 3, 30% on month 4. But you could also vest if you wanted to as well. And a lot of people that are going to the public sale opted into vest, because when you vest, depending on which bracket you get in, which tier you get in, you could earn up to 20% extra tokens on top. For instance, going into the platinum, where then you can also get access to the Launchpad too, which L1X have got within the protocol itself. So new projects are going to be launching. If you're in the silver, gold, or platinum tiers, silver and gold get you a lottery-based allocation, and the platinum gets you guaranteed allocation into every single launch that launches on the L1X Launchpad. So there's a lot of like benefits to go down the vesting route. So when L1X actually launches, there isn't going to be an awful lot of sell pressure, because private sale can't sell, public sale can sell 20%, but a big portion of that public sale investors opted into vest, which is then on like a 15, 18, 24 month schedule. So there's a minimum amount of people that can sell when they chose to go down when they opted out and chose to go down that route. So given that L1X is going live on 2 centralized exchanges, there's going to be a lot of buy pressure, and I don't think there's going to be an awful lot of sell pressure. So with that in mind, if you wanted to take part and kind of benefit from L1X at a 50 cents price, there's a way to do it, and it's the only way you can do it, and it's through buying a node. So so you go up here to L1X Core, you come along here, you go to NFT, click on, and there's 2 nodes available. There's the full validator node or event listener node. Now, full validator node is going to cost you 25,000 L1X. Hey, I saw Jetpack. When? How do you get it? I'm assuming you're talking about the node. Sorry, I weren't looking at that side of the screen. So but this is how you get the node. If you were asking about the node, so get your node. So basically, you just connect your wallet, and it's 25,000 L1X, which is 12,500 US dollars. While the event listener node is 5,000 L1X, which is 2,500 USD. Now, if any of you guys are familiar, nodes on blockchains are expensive to accumulate. To get a node is quite expensive. Now, these prices, like a node is going to cost you 25,000 L1X, regardless if it's 50 cents or $5 or $500. It's still going to cost you 25,000 L1X, and the same goes for the event listener node. So right now, there's the first 400 sold out. Now there's 400 remaining. 15 of those have sold out. The event listener node 100 sold out, and 15 of the 400 have sold out. So the top up and buy, the top up is for people that have already got L1X. They don't have enough, so they can pay the difference and get it that way. Or if you want to buy it outright, you go to buy ELN. So there's 400. So you've got event listener node, full validator node, and you just literally connect your wallet. It's telling you exactly how much it is in BNB. So it's 22.26 BNB, and then you can put the address that you want the node attached to, and click connect wallet and buy it that way. And this shows you the returns. So let's say you just want one full validator node. Right now, there's 80 nodes being released per month, so you can buy them, but the nodes that can actually be operational, there's 80 per month. So right now we're on month 2. We're into month 2, so there's 160 nodes that can be operational, but it doesn't affect the price. So, for instance, if I go down to April 2025, when all 800 have been sold and all 800 are doing the job, the active nodes on the network. So 1 FVN, the expected price is 50 cents. That's the price it is right now. So the profit, I'm keeping the defaults the same. So presumably they're going to be the same with the validator commission. The hosting fee, I think they did an AMA a couple of days ago, and I think it was like $59. But if you say $100 hosting fee a month, which it isn't going to be, so calculate the rewards. So in the first year, you're going to be getting 13,298 L1X. Now this doesn't change. The amount of L1X that you get is the same. For an FVN, you get this is the amount of L1X that you're going to receive. This is the current price of it at 50 cents, $6,650. Now, bear in mind, you're going to be paying $12,000 for the node. And if it stayed the same at 50 cents, which is launch price, it's going to give you $6,650. Now, bear in mind, this is a $22 million market cap coming into a bull cycle with a blockchain that is going to change the entire Web3 space because it's connecting every chain. So, say it didn't go up too much in the beginning. It went from 22 million to $220 million market cap, which is a 10x. So that'd then give you a L1X price of $5. So let's calculate that. So that's you $67,000 over a 12-month period. Now, obviously, this is going to be up and down constantly because the price of the coin is also going to be up and down. But the one thing that stays the same is the L1X themselves. Like, you're always going to be getting the same amount of L1X. So if your goal is to accumulate L1X for like the bull run or beyond, like you want to hold it long term, like for me, I'm just going to be accumulating as many L1X as possible because I'm looking at this as like Ethereum. Imagine getting into Ethereum, basically getting into layer 1X at 50 cents is the same as getting into Ethereum, I think at $3. I'm trying to think what price. I think it's like $1.75. I think Ethereum launched at 35 cents. So I'm pretty sure. So like layer 1X, the private sale was 10 cents. The private sale for Ethereum, I think, was 35 cents. So now it's 50 cents. So that's like $1.75 thereabouts. It's like I look at this as I'm getting Ethereum at $1.75 because I know well. I mean, trust me, I've been part of layer 1X for like over a year. Well, no, don't trust me. Do your research. Find out for yourself. don't trust people's opinions. I'm just an influencer. I'm classed as a KOL for L1X. I don't class myself as an influencer. I'm just some guy that loves L1X, that likes talking about it, likes doing content on it. But I like to think that I've got like an educated opinion. So I've been part of the project over 1 year, and I've learned quite a lot. I've done extensive readings. I mean, I've done a video on the white paper, which was 119 pages long, and I think I've read the white paper probably 10 times at least. So yeah, where L1X is going, it's going to be up there. It's going to be one of the biggest blockchains that anyone's heard of, and I believe that wholeheartedly. And that's not just me being biased. That's just looking at the tech, looking at the team, meeting the founder like Kevin, Mike, Matthew, Cody, Josh, he's like on the league. They've even got a legal department as well, like a legal team. So they've got so much. The offices, the head offices are in Perth CBD, here in Western Australia. So they're an Australian-based company. They're huge. Like what they're building is massive. At the minute, the resources are really stretched because they have big ambitions and they've got limited resources. So when this launches, there's going to be so many more resources available to them. So a lot of the things on the roadmap, they'll be able to get worked on and grow exponentially over this next 2 to 3 years. So it's going to be an exciting time ahead. But yeah, if you're looking at the node, if you think $5, $220 million market cap. It's not a big market cap for a layer one blockchain. So if you say we're going to get up to Fantom level, so again, just jumping back here. So you look down, where are we? So Fantom, just short of 2 billion. Jump up, so take it to the true figure. So 2.2 billion in between Pepe and Monero. So is it unrealistic? Like, could we not get here in this bull cycle? Like, is this not achievable when people realize what L1X is and the right people start talking about it? I think it's highly likely that we're going to be minimum $2.2 billion market cap this bull cycle. And I think to say otherwise, you'd basically be saying no one knows about L1X. And I think that's going to change dramatically over this next 1 to 2 months. I think it'll be one of them where you'll find L1X being discussed on a lot of the major YouTube shows that we're all familiar with. So if L1X gets to here, $2.2 billion market cap, that puts L1X at $50. That's right, isn't it? 50 cents, $5. Yeah, $50. So when you calculate that, that's giving you $674,000 for a full validator node, which is quite substantial. I think you'll agree. But for me, this is what it's going to give you. Like, this is not taking into account what you've already purchased. So you'll already have 25,000 L1X because you've bought the 25,000 L1X to get the full validator node. But then the rewards for the year, when you've sustained a year at 2.2 billion or above, you're going to be getting minimum of 13,496 L1X in that year. Now, obviously, this is all pro rata. The prices are always fluctuating because nothing ever stays the same. Like this could be $50 one day, it could be $20 another, it could be $70 another day. No one really knows the price. But if you just think about the accumulation of L1X, so in 1 year, you've accumulated over half of what it costs you to buy the node. So in 2 years, you've got the same amount of L1X that you used to buy the node to start with. So it's going to repay itself in the amount of L1X that you've got in less than 2 years, probably about 1 year, 10 months. But the dollar value, that is obviously that's deterministic price of L1X. But like, if you think about L1X, which is 7,000. So just gets to $5. It only goes to 120 million this bull cycle. No one realizes how good the tech is. No one's using the cross-chain swaps because they're cheaper, faster, and safer. People just stick to bridges, and no one really pays much attention to something that is completely changing the Web3 space. But yeah, no one picks up on it. No one bothers with it, and L1X just stays at 220 million. Well, a full validator node is still going to give you $67,000 over a 12-month period. You're still getting 8,000 plus L1X coin. A node, got you. Do some research. Look how much it costs you to buy a node on Ethereum. Like, in fact, I'll tell you how much it costs you to buy a node on Ethereum, because a node on Ethereum is currently, in fact, what is Ethereum right now? Ethereum is $3,066, and you need 32 Ethereum to be a node. So it's going to cost you $98,000 right now to be a node on Ethereum. So this is going to cost you $12,500, but there's way more upside, because the return on the node for L1X are very, very substantial. So yeah, so it's a good way in. And if $12,500 is out of reach, then all you need to do is go down the event listener route. This is going to cost you sorry, I'll change it over here. So this is going to cost you 5,000 L1X. So yeah, say you have one event listener node. Keep everything the same. In fact, I'll go over here, go down to April 2025. So that's all 800 being utilized. And again, we'll stick to the original price of 50 cents. So that stiff neck, calculate rewards. So on a $2,500 investment, you're going to be getting 6,800 L1X over a 12-month period, which is going to give you a return of $3,400. So the first year, staying at the same price, is going to give you that amount back. Now, this doesn't start immediately, because I think the event listener nodes, they're going to go live, I think, in June. So they're not going live. Well, I'm pretty sure they're not going live immediately. The full validator nodes going live immediately, then the nodes are going to be going live. But still, 50 cents, $3,400. So pretty much your investment is going to be free, because you're spending $2,500, which is getting you 5,000 L1X, and then once the nodes are operational, you're going to be getting 6,800 L1X in return, which could be valued at $3,407. So you're in profit, dollar value wise. And that's if you sold. Like, if you sold all your rewards, you've not touched your 5,000 that you bought your ELM with, and you're like, what, $900 up. Now that's obviously, again, prices fluctuate. Like, nothing stays the same price. So, well, this is on launch price. So 50 cents. I mean, just do the math. $5. 35K almost. $50. 350K. Quite beneficial to get a node. Not financial advice. Don't want to tell you what to do. But get yourself a node. Can it make sense? It's like, literally, like, think about it. Think about it. Getting into a blockchain at a public sale price before anybody can buy it. And by watching this video, or by being in the community, wherever you find yourself here, however you found this knowledge out, whether it's this video or you already knew it, but you can get into the L1X public sale when the public sale's finished, because you can utilize the cost of L1X as it is now before it's launched to get yourself a node. And again, do your research on nodes. Gallagame's had some nodes available. Just check that out. Check how much Gallagame nodes are going for. Ethereum nodes, again, the returns, the ROI on these, the amount of L1X you get, again, not talking about value specifically, just look at the L1X that you're getting for having a node, and then you can do what you want. You can do what you want with the value. You can do what you want with what you think the expected cost is going to be. Just look at the L1X you're getting, because for me, it's all about accumulating L1X. That's the main objective. I'm looking at it as the early investors of Bitcoin, the early investors of Ethereum, in fact, the early investors of any coin. And take this into account as well, right? Before anyone knows about anything, no one cares. And when you get told about something, no one cares, because the network effect hasn't happened. Like, if I'd have been shilling, for instance, take this video, right, and go back to whenever Ethereum launched, 2015, 2017, and I'm doing a video on Ethereum, doing all the same stuff. Would you pay any attention to it? Probably not, because no one knows about Ethereum. No one knows what it's going to become. No one knows about the tech, the network effect, the value, right? Now you've got hindsight. You can see what's happened with previous chains. And if you look at all chains, you can kind of see what's happened. Layer 1X is the next technology coming into Web3 that is bringing unification to all chains, to all users, and no one knows about it yet. So you're watching this video, you're watching this live stream, just think about that. No one knows about the biggest innovation in crypto, like, except you and people that are already part of this community. And now you've got a chance to buy a node to take advantage of that price. If you're happy degenning into your meme coins, carry on. I do. I mean, I degen in Solana all the time. I love them. I love a good meme coin. But I'm also banking on generational wealth. I'm banking on Layer 1X being the next Ethereum, or giving opportunity, the same as what people had when they got into Ethereum, when they got into Bitcoin. And yeah. But I'm not going to bang on about that anymore. This is where you need to come, L1Xapp.com, and then go to the bottom on the L1X core and up to the node and NFT. And if you're looking at this, screen, and yeah, in fact, I'm just going to put it full screen. The reason I'm going to put it full screen is, in fact, how do I put it full screen? There we go. So this is visually what it's going to look like. So just to give you a bit of context, Layer 1X's roadmap, two of the main features what are coming on the roadmap, which I think they panned out for 2026, 2027. Now, obviously, once resources come in, that can probably be expedited a little bit. But on the roadmap, you've got a decentralized operating system and a decentralized cloud storage, so something akin to Amazon AWS. These are the two major utilities what are forecast for the next 2 to 3 years. Now, L1X app is your one-stop shop. It's your app all in one. There's no widgets going to be involved. It's all within the app itself. You notice when you want to connect your L1X wallet, this is everything is going to be within the L1X app. And if you look at it, when you look at the user interface, it's got like an operating system vibe to it already, like akin to like Apple. You got this nice little dock on the bottom, and everything comes off this dock. And when you start forward thinking, it's just basically the L1X app as it is now. It's kind of programming us how to use the operating system before it's a thing. So this is like a very, very early model of like what the operating system could be. So it's kind of drip feeding us in a way. So when you've like degened into L1X, you realize what it is. You've done your sanitization. You've done your vesting. You're utilizing the swaps. You go into the Explorer, which is like BSC scan, where everything is within this one page. It's set out similar like email. We can even like move your junk, like your airdrops or your scam phishing wallets. Anything that you get that's scammy, you can move them to junk. So when people get used to using this, like the operating system is going to be second nature because they've already kind of beta tested it without realizing it, which is pretty cool. It's a really good idea. So yeah, the L1X app is a pretty cool little feature. There's a lot of stuff going on in here with your like as it is now. You got your DeFi, so you got your balancer pool, staking, swapping. I mean, I'm not going to go into everything. I don't want to overwhelm, but there's more than meets the eye. But if you just take it down to its core fundamental value, it can do cross-chain swaps without bridges. Like everything else is just a bonus on top of that. Finally, we've got someone up that can speak. Oh, he's dropped off. You're joking. My man Garrett is an L1X community member, also a buddy that I'm outside of L1X for quite some time, and he was just about to jump up, and then his connections dropped and he's gone because I don't want to be monologuing. Oh my god, I've been monologuing for 51 minutes. Bad connection. Shame. Garrett, hallelujah.
Well, let's see if I have a better connection this time. I was blipping in and out
Garrett,
before.
I've been on this space, Garrett, for 52. I've been on this space for 2 minutes.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that. Well, I noticed it 46 minutes in is when I found out you were on here.
Yeah, and I'm like literally talking to myself, but I'm quite good at talking to myself. I don't. But I'm glad you're here, dude.
Yeah.
If we can get some more people in, that'd be.
There.
Yeah. Now I thought I'd message you, didn't I? Or did I not?
A while ago, I guess.
Did I not message?
Yeah, you did. You messaged me a while ago, but you just sent me the.
I thought I did.
Link. Yeah. Yeah, you messaged me a couple hours ago.
Yeah. Well, I was going to go live earlier, but then I was out and about with my missus, and then Skippy said, make it soon because I want to go. I think he had work or bed or done or something. So, but then by the time I posted the link, I think he'd gone. But there's no one. I think it's just the wrong time of day. I think America are in bed. Apart from the ones that just live weird kind of lives, like Garrett.
Yeah.
And then the UK and Europe. Yeah, and then the UK and Europe are well and truly. No, they're probably just waking up actually, because it's like I think in the UK now it's 7 o'clock in the morning.
There you go.
So, but yeah, we've been having a good chat
with yourself.
Well, yeah. Who'd have thought that? I've been on a live stream an hour and not spoke to anyone.
We've been having a good chat with myself.
Yeah, we've been having a good chat. Well, I kind of think that people are listening. So ISO Jetpack Joe 229 put when. Now I don't know if he's shilling a coin with his $sign when. He probably is. But he's put, how do you get it?
Oh,
and he asked that question when I was talking about nodes. So he might have been asking about that. And if he wasn't, he's not getting any acknowledgement with his when, but the title is MemeCoins, an L1X community MFing banter without the MFing. So, but yeah, anyone that
Today's
wants
the day,
to
isn't
jump
it?
into this yesterday,
Today's
what
the
do you mean the
day.
halving?
Yeah.
Today's
Isn't
the,
that
well,
today's the
the
day?
halving we the halving were yesterday.
Yesterday? Oh, I was asleep, so
Well,
I don't know.
well, it might have been today for you.
Yeah, it's today for me.
Yeah, because it's the same day, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. The
Bitcoin
halving
happened.
has happened. The Bitcoin halving. So anyone
Now let's see
that
if that has
wants,
an effect on the market or not.
no,
It
it's
is what
not.
it is. It'll
It's
take a
all,
long
I was saying
time.
before. I was saying before. It's already kind of priced, isn't it? It's already.
Yeah.
It's already priced into the equation, pretty much.
Yeah, right. I mean, like
So,
the Bitcoin having should have an effect on the market, but with the ETFs that came, I mean, that had an effect on the market. So everything's all topsy turvy anyway.
yeah, well, I think that's why Bitcoin broke all-time high, because of the ETFs, and then now the halving's come. I mean, the thing, to me, the uncertainty at the minute, because now we've had the halving. Typically, this is the start of the bull run. Like for me, you start progressing, but this is like the ground zero, if you will. But I know we're listening to, well, I'm not listening to. I'm reading a couple of messages off. I think Kyle Chassé, and then Coach K as well, and he was saying like, be cautious, because with what's going on like in the Middle East at the minute, potential World War III, that can really have devastating effects on the market. So, like, always good to prepare and potentially have some dry powder, just in case.
World War III, Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, you don't know what's happening here with like Israel and Palestine, but Israel and Iran, and then you got Ukraine and Russia. I mean, there's so much going on in that part of the world. You don't really know what's going to happen. And I mean, the end of it all, it's going to be bullish for crypto, because this is one of them black swan events that can set it off. But in the short term, it could crash the market. And
yeah,
having some dry powder is good. But it's one of them, innit? Like, if nothing happens, unless you've got a load of money, most people want to be invested into coins, don't they? You don't want to be in a stable coin. You want to be in your project.
Hey, my computer's glitching to fucking high hell.
I was just saying, most people want to be invested in the projects at the minute. You don't really want to pull your money out and put it in a stable coin, because if nothing happens and there is no cataclysmic event happening, and there's no war, or there's no,
right,
you don't want to be in a stable coin and watch your coin pump to high heaven and then never come back. It's a scary prospect.
It is. I have to leave and come back. I can't hear you. I'll be back.
Damn, bad signal. Anyone that's just jumped into Twitter, I think, so there's 5 people on YouTube watching, 5 people, so how many? 29 people on Twitter. So if any of you guys want to jump up and chat, let all means, click on the. In fact, I'm going to post a link in here. If I can. Chat. Where are we?
Let's try this again.
Yo.
Okay, so far so good.
Yeah, so if anyone wants to jump up and chat, just click that link. That link will bring you up, so you can either be on camera or off camera, whatever you're comfortable with. But if you want to join in the convo, so it's anything related to L1X or MemeCoins or anything else. To be honest, I'm not really too. As long as you're not, as long as you're not shilling other projects, I don't particularly care.
Yeah, come have a chat.
Yeah, but I have been DJing. I'm not going to lie, Garrett, right? I've done some really good trades over the last few days. So I've sold.
Really?
I've sold. I'm not going to name the name, but I sold 2,600 coins, tokens on one project, and I bought back 3,200. So
Nice.
I made some nice extra ones, and I've got a couple of sell orders in at the minute on 2 projects. And if I sell, and then I've got some buy orders set. So I've got some. Hopefully, if these come off, I'll end up with about four extra Solana for free as well.
Ooh, nice.
So, listen, when you can't put new fresh money in and you've got to find money, you've got to be a bit smart with how you work. So setting these limit orders, it works a treat as well. Like at one time, as soon as I'd sell them, I'd be getting FOMO because I want to buy back. But now I just think, right, okay, well, it's hit this high. People are going to start selling. I'm going to be the first one to start selling, and then I'll buy back the same amount or a lower amount. And in the process, I'll have some Solana left over, which then I can ape into either new projects or top up on existing projects and just repeat and rinse and just keep doing it.
Better luck than I've been having, trading into oblivion.
Yeah, well, I just keep sticking. I've got about 4. I've got about 4 coins.
Oh, nice.
I've got about 4 projects on Solana, and they keep basically just trending up and down. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna set my buys, set my sells, and just keep it at that.
Might as well. You make yourself money, do it. I'm looking forward to one today. That one that only has 50,000 tokens launches today. So hopefully we'll make something on that. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I wish I'd spent more time in the chat and got been a DJ like you and got some more.
Yeah, me too. Because like, if I would have realized they were doing that much, like I would have been in there more often, just giving them away. I find it a bit. It already has value because like it's on a ticker. It's already going. Like the ticker's there. They already put the CA out there for us. They burned the liquidity already, and they're just giving away tokens. But like their view on it is that at least if they give away, you know, if everybody has a token or a half a token or whatever, at least some tokens, then they have something. And then if they can't buy it when the market opens, then they at least have something. He's like, I mean, as time goes by, I liked what he was saying more. Like at first, he sounded like this uneducated moon boy, but as time went by, I think he had learned in this past week or so, like still had the moon boy feel to it, but a little more grounded. So we'll see what happens. Like they weren't going to burn the liquidity. They burnt the liquidity. Like there's a lot of weird stuff, but whatever. Fuck it. Who cares?
Well,
make money.
If there's a chance of making money, make money. Like at the end of the day, that's why everyone's here, isn't it? We're here to make money. And as a byproduct of being here and making money is you make friendships and you build your network, and that in turn that in turn builds your net worth. So if you're not
Exactly.
if you're not making the dollars, you're going to be making them long term through the relationships that you're making anyway.
Nah, yeah, friendships and relationships and networking, getting out there, people learning from each other. That's what this is all about.
Yeah.
Like I noticed that person in that. I mean, he must have learned quite a bit in the last week and a half because he changed his tune, like just in a week and a half. So it's like a good feeling when you know that this person isn't just bullheaded. When the devs or the team leaders or the teams actually listen, it's a good sign. We'll see, especially if there's a small quantity. I mean, there's only 50,000 tokens, so like right there already, it's more rare than most tokens anyhow. So we'll see how that works.
Yes, tiny amount, tiny supply.
Yeah, especially for a meme coin on Solana, right? That's a tiny supply. I'm actually wondering, I forget when it actually is going to launch. So I got to find out. Let's see. Let's take a little look. It's nice because Radium has the countdown. It's been counting down till launch, so it's kind of a new thing. Also, did you see Radium has a version 3 beta? It seems to run a little bit better than the previous version, but it's still in beta. But it's not as glitchy, at least.
All right.
And then also on Jupiter now gets the tokens that Radium gets at the same time. They have a version. Nice. They're like, it's like an underlying traffic that if you go on Radium, then you're on Jupiter too. So they figured out a way to kind of match the market. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It makes it easier to find instead of getting that stupid error finding pool.
Well, I mean, to be perfectly honest, right? I don't really care what Radium does because I don't see any point to using it because like Jupiter allows it allows limit orders, but you're also taking part in the airdrop. The more you use it, the more free coins you're gonna get.
Yeah, that's what's cool about Jupiter having that underlying traffic, that it can pick up the contracts that go on Radium first. Because I mean, as Solana, on Solana, a token launches, it goes on Photon or Radium, and then it goes on to the bigger dexes like Jupiter. So now for them to be able to go on at the same time, it's going to make trading a lot easier. It's going to help quite a bit. Yeah. Because Jupiter is so much better.
Jupiter is just...
I like it.
Jupiter's fantastic. I mean, you've got your swap, limit orders, DCA, bridging.
Yeah.
Then you've got your perpetuals. I mean, obviously you don't need bridging with an L1X. But I mean, imagine, right, once, say, Jupiter integrates L1X, because Jupiter isn't a DEX, Jupiter's an aggregator. Yeah. So Jupiter aggregates between the different DEXs on Solana. So this, by connecting Jupiter to L1X, that would then allow every single project on Solana to be swappable with any project on any of the connected chains once they've got aggregators.
Yeah,
so I know with the Coinbase, wallet now you can buy any project on Solana, can't you? Did you know that? Yeah.
I can't hear a word you're saying. My computer's glitching and you're glitching. So I can't hear a word anyone's saying.
You can't hear anything.
Sorry. You can't hear a goddamn word. I don't know if it's my computer or your connection, but it's not working out very well for me over here.
I think I've got solid internet.
Yeah, mine says it's solid too, but it's just cutting out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Restream sucking too much data.
If anyone's having trouble hearing, then maybe just put in the comment so we know.
Let's see.
So I can hear Garrett. So presumably, if you guys can hear me and you guys can hear Garrett, then
that's better. It's better.
I was saying,
I don't know what I did. I just cleared my cache.
I was saying the Coinbase wallet now, you can buy any token on Solana on the Coinbase wallet.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah. They've done some kind of update integration or whatever, so you can buy like any new meme coin or whatever. Too. Yeah. No, well,
Trust Wallet did the same thing.
Yeah, but can you buy any token on Solana or just Solana?
Oh no, they have all the dexes now, right there on Trust Wallet where they never had them before.
All right, so they've integrated the dexes.
And the new, in fact, it says Discover dApps, feature DeFi, and it has a whole new category of Solana, where they have the Jupiter Exchange, Radium, Camino, nice. Orca, Magnify. They never had that. The only thing you could ever buy was just Solana. But now I think they realize they're behind the times and they need to catch up because Solana is where it's all at the moment for all the memes. So it's about, I haven't used it.
Yeah.
I probably should try, but I have the darn Fantom wallet and now I don't see the reason to even fuck around with the Trust wallet since I have the other one. So
yeah, well, I mean, that's why I think
we'll see.
That's why Coinbase wallet, I think, have done it as well, because Coinbase have got a massive user base, haven't they? Especially to your normies.
Yeah. Yeah, and if exactly, and they don't want to leave the normies behind. They have to open up the market for everybody, because if people, are commercial traders or whatever, they go on Coinbase. Well, then they get the Coinbase wallet. So now they can trade in DeFi, and they need to have Solana because everyone's a secret degen. I don't care who you are. You might not even be. I'm not a secret degen. I'm just a fucking degen. But even the people that say they're not, they are.
Yeah, I'm no secret degen. I'm balls deep.
No.
I couldn't be any deeper down the degen rabbit hole if I tried.
Yeah, right. Oh, it's so true.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, I'm actually making. I'm accumulating. I'm quite happy where I'm at. I'm quite happy where I'm at a minute, because I just keep my dollar value isn't necessarily going up, but I'm keeping it the same by trading. So like when the market's coming down, I've been selling and then buying more tokens. So even though the price of the tokens come down, I've got the same value because I sold it high and bought it back low.
Smart. It's the way to do it.
And it's happened a couple of times now. I've been lucky where it's just come in and worked out well. So now, one of the coins I bought into, one of the tokens they have, it went down to like 88 cents. And now I think that's the low, and I'm hoping it goes back up. And I've got a sell order in now for when it gets back up to around $1.50. So then I'll have a ton more Solana.
Oh yeah.
And all this happens when I'm not even on my computer. I woke up this morning and I'd got all these extra Solana in my wallet and all these extra coins. So I'm like, yeah, man.
It all happens while you're in bed.
Yeah, not watching the chart. So I mean, in essence, I'm being a degen in my sleep.
That's the best way to do it. Smart.
Yeah.
Because then you can sleep and not have to watch a damn chart all day.
Yeah. That's why I love Jupiter. Jupiter, it's just it's magic, isn't it?
Incredible.
So, as we're talking about meme coins, how do you find meme coins, Garrett?
Probably the worst way possible. On a deck screener.
So to anyone that doesn't have a clue about meme coins and like how you find a meme coin early, like regardless if it's going to
if
be
you want to
good
go
or bad.
early. Okay, well, to find a meme coin early, people go like, I don't know, a lot of people go on Twitter or whatever, but I just go on Deck Screener and I just change my settings and I look for like the new tokens that launch within 24 hours. I set it, and then I set with the highest volume and the newest token launch. And then I just watch. You can catch them. If you play around with it, you can catch them that launch within seconds, you know, so you can catch everything that pops up. You can do that on every chain, actually. You can set it to 24 hours, and then like you just whatever blockchain you want to look for, you can set it to all, or you can just set it to Solana, which I do. Then in fact, what the heck? In fact, all of my filters they started over. Okay, so I go to sort, and under the sorting, I pick pair age new, and then under ranking, most volume.
Right. Okay.
There. And then that would give you the newest of the new, like even under 10 minutes old. Like here's one for 2 minutes. There's 2 minutes old and up to an hour old there. And it's like, did you do that? Yeah, now they have these new, well, you're on your computer, so it's a little different, but yeah, you get the gist.
Yeah.
If you go to, you're on all the blockchains, it looks like. No, you got ETH
I'll try
so you must be.
Yeah, I'm trying to go to
filter the yeah, there you go, Solana. There you go. Okay, so then I don't set any of those. I just set, and then you can do like trending. Like there's a new icon at the top for trending is a good one. But yeah, there you go. I think you got it. See, I do it on my phone. I do it on mobile. So it's a lot more intuitive.
Yeah.
It's easier to get to.
Well, if I go on like the newest pairs.
Yeah.
Like it's like some of these, like the launch like a minute ago.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. That's what I'm talking about. And then you just do whatever. Well, then I run the contract through the bots to tell me whether or not it's safe, to tell me if there were airdrops, who holds the most tokens, like the top holders. If the top 10 holders hold an extravagant amount of tokens, stay away most of the time. Anyone that's had a huge airdrop or with bundles of large amounts of tokens, like I found some today, like a bundled airdrop of like 74%. That means the dev took 74% of the tokens, spread them out to different wallets, and rugged the project on you. That's what that means. You want to run it through a bot. Then you want to join the Telegram as well. You want to go to the Telegram and get a feel for what's going on with this new culture. I'm going to call it. It's a culture now with the community takeover. A lot of times, if you get it before the takeover, you can make money, but you can get rugged very fast by the dev. If you catch it after the community takeover, you can get a good price, and sometimes it'll do well. Most of the time it won't. But everybody's doing a community takeover. But always join the Telegram and listen to the voices. You can actually recognize the same voices in multiple Telegrams when they're doing this. It's like a group of people that go on and on and on. There's a bunch of scammers in this space. So be safe. Do your due diligence. Don't just ape into anything. Unless you're a degen. I mean, go ahead, but do it responsibly at least, I guess.
Yeah,
if you're going to do it.
Yes.
The team are
So
we should know.
So there's probably a group of people that are basically doing these scams, if you will. Project. It's a project. All getting this hype.
Yeah.
Conform or.
And then they rug it, and then they create a CTO, then they do it all over again.
Well, have you seen that screen? Now they've put a post out saying that you've got to pay now, so you can't do it for free.
To do what?
Update the chart.
Oh yeah, updates cost like $200 or $300 now.
Yeah, it was free. You could say it was takeover, but yeah, projects just basically.
Yeah, but it's not now. It's like $200. I think they were saying earlier today. Something like that. $200-$300.
I seen it in the deck screen in the Telegram. The Telegram.
It's funny, huh? Well, yeah, because community takeovers became, well, it's just what it is. It's a culture. Every goddamn project on Solana does a freaking community takeover. So of course they're going to charge. All these assholes coming in fucking scamming people. So now Deck Screener is going to get their money off all these scammers. I don't blame them. I'm glad they're doing it because fuck all these goddamn scammers out there for real. Sorry if you're a scammer, go fuck yourself. Anyhow, that's how I feel. But yeah, no, it's, I don't know. I'm sick of this whole community takeover bullshit because it's all dishonest. Some of them might be honest, but I think 99% of them are dishonest.
Yeah, there's not a lot of genuine.
There can't be 1,000 community takeovers a day. You know what I'm saying? Like every project that launches on Solana can't be a community takeover, right? Like the law of averages means it's a scam. It's ridiculous.
Exactly.
Now we're getting down and dirty.
That's true, though, isn't it?
That's why I like to put my money in places like Layer 1X. Because it's
yeah. Well, I was saying before you jumped in, like anyone. Yeah, I was saying before you jumped in, I said like if you've missed private public sale and you want to get involved, like just buy a node. That's all you need to do is get yourself a node.
Oh God, and buying a node is setting yourself up with a salary, basically. I mean, you're just giving yourself an income, and it doesn't cost much. Even an event listener node, $2,500. You're setting yourself up. You're setting.
Well, look at the event listener nodes, and they're giving you like 7,000 L1X. So you're getting in 1 year, you're getting more than what the node costs you to buy.
It's crazy.
It's pretty good, pretty interesting. And I was saying, like, most people don't pay attention because most people buy in on the FOMO, they buy in on the hype, they don't buy in when no one's talking about it. I said, imagine if this space, what I was doing now, was back in 2017, talking about Ethereum, getting involved, buying a node before like anyone else knows about it. No one paid attention, but in hindsight, everyone would have paid attention. And Layer 1X is exactly the same. I just look at it exactly the same. I don't look at so much the dollar value. I look at the amount of L1X I'm accumulating because I know in the not too distant, the price of L1X is going to go exponential. So it's all about
absolutely.
It's all about getting as many L1X as you can. That's my mission.
That's my mission. That's why I vested all of my, well, not all of them. I vested like 95% of all my coins into the platinum tier so I could get that whitelist guaranteed on every project launching on L1X. So I can just stack more L1X because I have
Money
it.
printer.
Money printer. I already have the L1X, which is my currency, and then I can take that currency and buy all the other coins, buy all the other tokens that launch on L1X, double, triple, quadruple my money, take it out, do it over again. Every project that launches, double or triple my money and leave a moon bag in and let it go, because then that moon bag doesn't matter. It's free. And then I've already doubled my money and left a third in there. So do a 3x, take 2x out, you double your money, you leave 1/3 in, and you have a, that huge chance in the bull run on every project that launches. Say throw 1,000 L1X, take 2,000 out, leave 1,000 in that project, rinse and repeat. Then take 2,000, put it in the next project, take 4 out, leave 2 in. Next one, put 4 in, take 8 out, leave 4 in. Up and up and up. So you turn 1 into 2, 2 into 4, 4 into 8, 8 into 16, so on and so forth. Why not? Because every project that launches on L1X is already on all those blockchains. It launches on L1X, so it's already going out to 8 other blockchains. So it would be stupid not to buy into every project. Because if it goes out to 8 other blockchains and you can buy it on L1X, that's 9 blockchains. That is a huge opportunity. And that is so many more eyes and ears on the project because of all the other blockchains that also are promoting it. The project's promoted. It's all promoted on L1X. Everyone's going to hear about it.
That's it, isn't it? It's all that. Every protocol, every blockchain they on board, and then every project that wants to come on board through them blockchains, they're basically promoting L1X.
Yeah. And then you're making L1X by aping into each and every project, and you're stacking more L1X. And then all the projects are doing marketing and getting the word out, and the blockchains, everything, all the communities, and it's like going to grow exponentially. It's going to be a powerhouse. L1X is going to be everywhere. It's going to be, if you can have a coin that can do everything and offers the absolute cheapest gas fees of any other blockchain, why wouldn't you use it? Plus, why wouldn't you use a swap that is bridgeless and costs next to nothing to swap to another blockchain as well? Layer 1X has everything covered, from gas fees, security, safety, no bridges. That's enough for me. Plus everything else.
Yeah, I think a lot of the time there's too much. There's too much to talk about. A lot of the time, it gets overwhelming. Hey, we've got someone that wants to come up. Hang on.
Come on up.
Let me bring to the stage.
Nice. Good deal.
Hey,
more people.
Hey, Pam. Can you see Pam?
I don't see anybody, no.
That's weird.
She's
Every
not.
time I bring her up, it's putting her down. Bring her up.
Yeah, no.
There we go. Hey, Pam. Nice to have you up. Hopefully you can speak, or if your camera's on, then you might have your lens cap on, but you may not have your camera anyway. You might just be a speaker. So I don't recognize the hand. I don't recognize the name from Telegram, so from Discord. So maybe you just found the link through the space that's happening. Maybe.
Either way, welcome. Well,
She's
Cam
gone.
disappeared.
And the thing is, you never know if it's like rugging or there's some issue because nothing works perfect all the time, does it?
I'm not the only one that was having issues. Escobar says Crypto Psycho has a bad connection. It's kind of dropping in and out. I've tried YouTube and Twitter, both the same. I've tried Wi-Fi and mobile data, both the same. Same thing here. That's why I had to cut out and leave. Like occasionally, you're like staticky and clicky when you're speaking. So it might not be us. It might be you, but it could be us.
Yeah.
It's clear now.
What I've got to do, I might jump across onto mobile, unless it's when I'm doing stuff. It might be if I've been doing stuff on the back end, possibly. Like when you're like looking at that screen or whatever, might not be able to handle it.
That's exactly it. You can't look at all that shit. You can't have all those windows open. Like same with me. I had to close everything down except for this, and I have to keep getting rid of my notifications because this restream just sucks the internet to high hell. And we know that because Ronak has issues every time.
Yeah.
It's the restream.
Ronak can't even come online, can I?
Yeah, it's the restream. So now,
I mean, unless
we know.
Yeah, I don't know if it's that or maybe because the thing is, it's streaming. If it's doing it all on the back end, it shouldn't really affect because I'm firing this out to 5 different like Facebook, Telegram.
Well, yours should be fine, but I think any of us who have a slower internet speeds, this restream really fucking drains our internet. I can't have anything else on. I can't have my phone connected to the internet at the same time when I have my computer.
Where did Escobar post?
Oh, in Discord in the general chat.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't see.
I was getting the same thing, and it was like every time I just have to keep getting rid of all the new notifications that pop up and making sure I have no windows open. I'll say something to them.
Yeah. Oh well, never mind. Yeah, I've got him up. I can see now in Discord. So I worked on Discord before. Coxie 12, Densler, Furky, Bob Gin, Rez 82, and Tokenize 420 have all boosted the L1X server. Good on you. That's very kind of you.
Oh yeah.
I can't afford to boost the server.
How do you boost
too
the
precious.
server? Yeah.
Well, you pay, don't you? It's like you pay.
Oh yeah, right.
Well,
I can't afford to live.
If I had a spare $5, I'd want to be a DJ and buy into a token.
Yeah, right. No bullshit. I ain't good.
Don't have the spare funds to do anything else.
Not until L1X launches.
Yeah, I think we're all now.
Live.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it seems to have improved now, guys. That's good. Well, one sec.
Other integrating as the. Yeah, at least I can hear you better.
Yeah, I don't know what the internet issue was. I don't know if it's Matt, because the thing is, Matt.
Who knows? I think Restream just drains the internet a lot is all. I think that's the issue, to be honest. I only have 100 megabyte speed, so like fuck kills the shit out of it. It shouldn't be too bad. I mean, I don't even. It's not like I have my camera on. That does it too. No, well. Ooh. Oh yeah.
Right, just give me a sec. I've just got to go. I've just got to go make a drink. I'm actually spitting feathers.
Yeah, I got to do the same too. Like, you got to get something to drink. Yeah. So we will be back.
Hey Garrett, I'm back. I had to listen. I'm going to share a little secret with you. I had to go. Microphone, stay where you are. World, mind your own. So I had to go to the toilet, and I had to make a drink because I was so thirsty, and just get a few little chews as well because I needed something just to give me some sugar as well. So yeah, let's go. Garrett, are you in the house? Where have you gone?
I'm here, don't worry. I'm here. Just getting cleaned up. I'm getting shit together. I had plans to do something before I saw you on here, so I'm trying to do it. I had to do some dishes. I needed a roasting pan to make some pulled pork. Some barbecue. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Garrett, I've just sent you a DM. I've just been told to buy this. Like it's a long term, but it's one that's going to do big things apparently. Craven,
cool.
How you doing, Craven? Good to have you up here. Sorry, we had a little interlude in between because I was.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I needed a toilet and I needed a drink and I should have made a drink beforehand, but my wife's not around. She normally looks after me, but she's not around at the minute. Yeah, so great, Craven. If you wanted to, I don't know if you know about L1X or you want to chat MemeCoins. Feel free, whatever you want to have a conversation about. We're good to go.
Just don't show us some bullshit.
I think. Do you know what? I actually think sometimes people, because what it is, I've posted the link in the comments. Might jump on the chat thinking they're just joining the. Well, I think they're clicking the link in Discord, thinking maybe it's like Twitter link, so just listen. Can.
Yeah.
Hey Craven. Hey Craven. Hopefully you can speak now. Hang on, let's see if I've got your volume on.
Dun dun dun. Cheddar. Head is a chit is a ditta. Cheddar, huh?
Yeah. Keep that on the down low, but that's the one. Craven, if you want to speak, I know God, Crypto Walker was on the other day, and his buddy Shano, he was jumping in and out, and I think he had an issue with, I think it was his Chrome. It needed the cache clearing or something because he couldn't speak. I think it was something to do with security or restream. There was some issue where he was jumping up, and no matter what he did, he couldn't speak, and it took about half an hour for him to actually get it done.
Weird. I wonder if that's why we're not getting as many people. They're having issues, possibly.
Well, I don't know, because like they could come up, they could request to speak, and they could come up on stage, but when they got on stage, they couldn't actually talk. So, but I think it was more of a Chrome.
Yeah, it's getting better. I have to keep clearing my notifications. Once a bunch of notifications pop up down here, I don't know why, but every time I clear it, it gets clear again. So I just have to keep clearing that away. It just drains the internet I have, and I think that's just the issue. It needs a good solid connection and high megabyte, gigabyte speeds. Good deal. I need to go throw a pork tenderloin in the oven. Yeah. All right, I'm going to mute myself. This is going to get loud.
Dude, that's okay. Do you know what? I could just eat pulled pork right now. I've never actually cooked it myself. I'm trying to minimize this as well. I can't actually see myself. I didn't realize my logo is actually over the top. Where are we? That should have actually gone. What's going on?
All right.
Fuck.
I thought it was going to get noisy. My dishwasher wouldn't close. So I was going to make noise, but I figured it out.
Yeah, I don't have a dishwasher.
No. Yeah. I have one, but I don't usually use it. Not often.
No.
Hand washing dishes. So they get cleaner. I don't know.
Yeah, that one I've just told you about. That one is apparently going to do quite well. So keep your eye on it. Keep your eye on it. Oh, we've got Craven that's coming up under an alt account. So we've got 2 Cravens now. Hopefully this one can. Oh no. Unless it's Ronak. It might be Ronak and just changed his name, just spice it up a bit. Because it seems like Ronak's internet connection.
I think it can't just be us now. Like, I think people are having issues. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's Restream.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's people coming up. If people can come up and speak. Because there's only Ronak that's ever had an issue with it, I think.
Well, normally, yeah.
Because when my internet goes off, like that shuts down the stream.
How fast is your internet speeds?
Well, to be honest, it doesn't matter because I'm relying on Wi-Fi, so it's how good the Wi-Fi is, isn't it? I've got an issue with the box what comes in from fiber optic, but
Nope, it's happening again.
You sent me what's happening again.
You're clicking.
Yeah.
You're cutting out and clicking. See if that helps.
Yeah.
Goddamn notifications.
Damn notifications. Damn.
It's not that. It's fucking Restream. I swear to God, it's a piece of shit. It's clicking.
Yeah,
you're staticky. You're glitchy.
Maybe I might actually try using StreamYard instead and see if that's any different. In fact, no,
Yeah,
I'm gonna change my internet connection. I'm gonna go over to mobile.
Yeah, try
right?
it. See if it's you.
Because it could be my mobile data.
Please.
Right, give me a sec. I'm just gonna go over to mobile and see if that improves matter.
Crap, blood. Ew. Nice.
Is that any? Well, you won't know if it's any better because I'll probably have to try it for a bit.
Yeah, we'll just give it a bit and see if it works.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just preparing a pork tenderloin. So, but I'll be here. Yeah. Yeah, pull up some. Are you still there? Yeah. Let's pull up.
Yeah.
Pull up what's new. I don't know. Pull up a blog and see what's new.
I was just seeing where all the meme coins were.
I missed the AMA. I missed the last couple AMAs. Did they mention when they're launching? What's going on? Did you hear? What's
they're
happening?
waiting so they're gonna. Yeah, so they're gonna wait until Tuesday, where they're gonna make a decision, and then that decision, then I presume is gonna give the launch date, because they did say that once the centralized exchanges are kind of good to go, and they're gonna then make the decision from there, because 60% have done, but they did say they're still disappointed with the amount of people that have gone down sanitization. But a lot of people haven't even tried.
Right, that's an issue. That is ridiculous. So if you're listening, please sanitize your data. Quit being a dick. And let's fucking get this shit going. Because you 40% of people that aren't sanitizing your fucking data are holding us back. So get with the program and please sanitize your data. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but come on, man. I know it's got to be frustrating.
You heard it.
For the
You heard it here
they're
first.
not doing it. Well, yeah, you heard it here first. Get off your fucking ass and sanitize your data, please.
The good thing about not being
sanitize your data.
Yeah, the good thing about not being the official L1X channel, you can say what you want, can't you?
Yeah, I can say whatever the fuck I want. See, the team can't, and you can't say whatever you want, in the channel or whatever. But I'm sure. I'm just gonna make an assumption here, and I'm thinking the team has got to be fucking really upset. Like, it's not hard to sanitize the data. They're waiting on us to sanitize our data and choose our vesting or to opt out, but yet 40% of people haven't done it. I mean, they have to be frustrated. So just please sanitize your data so we can get this shit on the roll, man. We all want this to launch, and you're probably one of those people sitting back not sanitizing your data thing, and no, it doesn't matter. No, it does. Anyway. How's it going, Craven?
Hey, Craven, you're actually you're here.
Hey guys, you can hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I can hear you. Perfect.
Good deal.
How are you doing?
Great. I had to go out and
are you in
put
Australia?
into a web browser. Yes. Yep. Darwin.
Nice.
Are you in Darwin? Are you into L1X then, or have you just found out about it?
Yeah. I just joined in through Discord. Yep.
Ah, cool. So yeah, are you already an L1X holder then? Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Ah, cool. I didn't because I'd not recognized the I didn't recognize the name. You see, so I'm like now I can see you in Discord. So yeah, I don't know if I don't know if there were a problem with Restream or not, because I know sometimes when you can't connect, it's happened with a few people where they can come up but they just can't actually connect they can't jump up to speak, which is a bit odd.
Yeah, I connected through the.
So how are you?
You're right. I connected through the app. Okay,
sorry,
that first time I connected
through...
up, but you couldn't hear me. But down on the bottom right hand side, there was like a little compass signal. I just hit that. That pushed me through another web browser, which worked. So.
All right, cool. How are you coping with the delay in the launch? Are you fine with it, or are you getting frustrated with it, or are you not not really too bothered?
No, I'm okay at the moment. I think it's going along all right. Initially I was when they didn't launch that second time, 2nd of April, but for the rest of it, it is what it is. It's a layer 1 project. It's going to take its time.
Yeah, I think. I'm just going to mute Garrett a sec because
I'm done.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't muting you anyhow.
Sorry for all that.
Else.
Sorry.
No, it's good just to gauge what people are feeling, because I know early on a lot of people were getting frustrated like with a delay, but like it's not intentional. I mean, the reason why the delays is, I mean, the vesting thing. I mean, when you think only 25% of people had vested or whatever it was, it's a bit hard to kind of proceed in it when almost everyone has not done it. And then the centralized exchanges, there's no way you can launch without being ready on them, because that's where all the volume is going to come from. So they've got to be kind of on point. So I think that's kind of the main thing. I reckon on Tuesday, I'm hoping that there'll probably be like an announcement where if they do give a date, that'd be 100% confirmed by the exchanges.
Yeah, I'm hoping that's the case. I don't want them to launch without it being 100% ready to go. I think 3 times would be more detrimental for them to set a date than not meet it, than for them just to wait and make sure it's 100% ready to go.
Yeah, and I think as well, a lot of people, they don't. I'd say probably 95% of people in crypto have probably never been in a private sale or a public sale of like a blockchain before, and most people just buy. They see it and they buy it, and they just connect the wallet, go on Uniswap or PancakeSwap or whatever, and they just buy. They don't get in so early to a project, and I think all these teething issues that we're getting most people never go through that because they never get in a project early enough.
Yep, absolutely. Yep. Well, most people who don't know how to navigate around, I think, in regards to crypto, if it's the people that have got half a clue, that they're only because they've got friends or parents or someone's guided them through, but for the rest of it, they don't go down that rabbit hole like the rest of us have, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, that's why, because I look at, I mean, I bought Cardano like a long time. I don't have it anymore. But when I was a newbie, I was buying Cardano thinking, it's going to go to whatever it's going to go to, because I didn't really understand like market caps and supply, and I was buying it because I thought, it's cheap. It's only like 20 cents or whatever it was. But like when you start looking at certain blockchains, that a lot of them don't do an awful lot. Like the utility wise, they don't offer an awful lot. And I think because L1X is kind of offering so much, I think sometimes for a lot of people, it's kind of overwhelmed a lot of people. I think Kevin said himself, like just through the process of launching L1X, like now they're kind of concentrating on specific things rather than trying to discuss everything that L1X does, because it becomes too much for most people. It's too much. There's too much information, and you can't digest it all.
Absolutely. I think the last couple of AMAs have been great. I think that settled everyone down a bit. I think it was a good lot of information come out of those two AMAs.
Yeah, I think the X Talk series, they're pretty much for like the X Talk series pretty much is networking on a business level, because it's connecting layer 1X to projects that then when they come on board, like Red Curry for instance, Revy are coming on board, Deagle Labs have come on board, then they're going to be making layer 1X through marketing themselves. So having these X Talk series, sometimes they might not be the most thrilling of spaces to listen to, but it's bringing awareness to L1X from other projects, which is key, because that's what's going to grow. That's what. So that's. But I think as community members and holders, and I mean, speaking on behalf of myself, I think most people enjoy like your proper team spaces where you've got Kevin, Mike, and then you got like Matthew in spaces that captivate everyone's attention, because they're giving all the true updates, aren't they, and letting you know about what's happening. Yeah.
Well, it's a lot more relatable. Yeah, obviously.
You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to fly down to Perth as well eventually when layer 1X is really took off. You'll have to fly down to Perth.
I'll be down there in Christmas.
Not that far, is it? Is it a 2-hour flight or something?
No, I was down there for Christmas, and I'll be down there again for Christmas. Going to go down to Coral Bay, so and head down to Perth after that.
Down there, you're saying it's like it's round the corner. Coral Bay's like 11-hour drive.
We did 3 weeks. Head down from Darwin, straight down through Coral Bay, Perth, down to South Australia, Port Lincoln, back up to Darwin in 3 weeks. So it's not a little drive. No, yeah.
You drove that?
Yep. Caravan, yep.
Wow.
Yes.
I've never even been to Coral Bay yet. Like, I think Jurien Bay is far enough.
Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful, that coastline.
Yeah, I mean, I've been down to like Denmark, like Albany and Denmark. That's nice. It's nice down there. It's a lot more green.
A lot colder though.
Yeah, well, for you especially, from Darwin to Albany, that's like one extreme to the other, isn't it?
Very much so. I originally come from South Australia, so pretty much used to the weather, but yeah.
Yeah. No, you'll have to. Well, when you come down at Christmas, man, the offices are probably shut then, aren't they? I mean, it's a shame you can't just jump in and say hey to the team and that. It's good to be honest. It's good when you go into the office and you see everyone working, because like it's not a massive it's not a massive team that are based from Perth. Like a lot of there's quite a decent sized team, but in the actual offices, you probably get like 10, 15 people in the Perth offices. But it's good to go in because it's because you live in this like Web3 world, and you just presume like most people just work remotely, don't they? They don't have like an head office or whatever. So when you've got like L1X that's got physical offices in a CBD, it's pretty cool to walk in and you can see them just doing their own thing, and you can see Kevin's office with all these multiple screens, and then you've got the war room where you've got all the whiteboards.
Yeah, be awesome to see. Wouldn't want to disturb him at the minute though.
Yeah, it's pretty full on. It's weird though when you meet them in person. It's exactly the same as like when you see them online. They completely like there's no like different persona. That's just how they are. It's them.
Awesome.
So have you done?
If I can.
Yeah, no, you should do. You should get it if you happen to be like in the area when the office is still open. I'd definitely go in if you could.
Yeah. Oh,
have you done your
sanitation? Vesting. Yeah, I've done all that. I've got a few nodes ready. I've just got to. Yep, go on.
I was going to say, have you done your vesting yet?
Yep. Yeah, I did that all before the second. Yep.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'm still trying to.
What was that?
So that's a good man right there. You sanitize your data. Thank you.
That's all right. That's all right.
I'm just joking.
It's not. It's not. Yeah, I mean, it's not even the sanitizing the data. It's like really easy. I mean, you're literally just confirming what you bought. That's all you're doing, aren't you?
Wasn't hard.
Like you don't even. It's nothing to do. Nothing to do with rewards or anything. It's just, did I buy it? Yeah, I did. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I had problems with it. I had 3 lots that I had to do, and I had problems with each one of them. But the help desk was fine. Straight away, it was sorted out within a few hours, and was able to be done. So I don't know. I think it's more a case of people just aren't aware of it or away from the project at the minute. I guess the remainder, I don't know.
Yeah, well, a lot of people, like I think a lot of people in private sale that finished in March last year or April, whatever. It was like it's a year ago. So a lot of people probably bought in, and they probably just forgot about it.
Yeah. Well, I did for a little while as well. I sort of just went away from it a bit when the Web3 usernames and that sort of stuff was on. I was away, so you do lose track of it quite quickly. But I still sort of stayed in the Discord. And one thing I think that Discord obviously probably got away from a lot of people as well. There was a lot of information that you just couldn't keep up with. So if they're not used to that, then I think they'll fade away as well.
Yeah, well, Discord's one of them as well, and it for crypto typically. Discord isn't really that huge. It's Telegram's like more used for crypto. Like for Discord, it's more like gaming and NFTs, but it's getting people used to Discord. It's a lot of people don't like it, do they? And they find it a bit overwhelming. But if you stick to a channel, to me, if you just stick to a channel like the general chat or L1X chat, it's you don't need to go anywhere else.
No, absolutely, I agree. I actually prefer Discord over Telegram by far. Actually, I don't like Telegram at all.
Yeah, it's like they're completely different, aren't they? I mean, they do the same thing, but Discord is just a lot more professional. Everything's to hand, and I don't know, just the whole thing, like your ticket systems, like your channels. You got like, because the thing is with Telegram, if you want to have like a moderator group, a team group, like they're all different channels. I mean, you can start creating the topics now, but the topics, people that use Telegram don't like topics because they just want it simple. Telegram is simple stupid. That's what it is.
Yeah. Not a fan.
It has its place.
Yeah.
I mean, I use it a lot, but I'm not too fussed.
It's the ghetto. Telegram is the ghetto of crypto, and Discord is downtown.
Yeah, it's full of spammers and
Yeah.
just full. It's just get me out of there. Yeah.
Yeah, are you into as the subject is L1X and MemeCoins? Are you into any MemeCoins at the minute? Are you a degen at all, or you?
No, I'm not. No, I've sort of nothing to do with MemeCoins at the moment. I've got some residual crypto sort of left over after my Lunar episode, but I think that sort of calmed a few people down. But certainly back in a big way into L1X.
Yeah, I'm more. The more time I spend with L1X, the more I just want nodes. I've got this like insatiable appetite for buying nodes, and I just want to buy. But unfortunately, funds are a miss. And the problem is, I've got quite a nice. I'd say I've got quite a nice bag of L1X, but they're all through rewards, which aren't usable. They're not. I only. Yeah, you can't use them for your nodes, can you? Which is a shame. So I've got to top up or buy. So ideally, I think I've got. I should have like four event listener nodes and one full validator node. I think that's my goal. I'm just trying to get that one full validator node at the minute.
Yeah.
I'm not quite there yet.
Yeah, well, there's a few of us in up here, and I'm sort of helping them all out. So I've got a few that I've got to set up. I've got 5 computers sitting here on my desk. Actually, 5, 6, 7 that I've got to sort
7.
out. Yeah. Now I've got to work out to go back into Linux. I haven't touched that for a long time. So
you're going to be hosting them for your friends?
Yeah, I'll sort them all out for them.
Oh my God! Do they know how lucky they are? They've got a guy that's going to be hosting them and doing it for them.
Yeah, well, here's what it is.
Yeah,
hope they know they're lucky.
That's what you call dedication.
We'll see if I can make it through first.
but he's not told us though. He's charging them $500 a month for hosting. It's just. Yeah, no, that's good. That's nice. That's nice of you, because a regular person, really, that's not really, if they've just done a bank transfer to get L1X and they don't really know too much crypto wise, like to have someone like you on board that can kind of keep them on the straight and narrow, like where they can literally be getting a salary from a node that they don't know anything about because they've got you. That's pretty decent, huh?
We'll see. It may be a problem more than a hindrance than a help. We'll see.
Yeah. I was looking at the route of like getting a. Well, I only touched on it for about a minute, but I was looking at like potentially hosting a node, but then my internet here, like in Perth, the power outages we get, it's ridiculous. We probably get at least 4 or 5 a year power outages, and I don't want to be offline, because the problem is if you're at work and you get a power outage, you could be offline for like 8-10 hours when the power might have only gone off for 10 minutes.
You just can't put a UPS in?
Well, for what it cost for a UPS though, I mean, I don't know, like $59 a month for a reliable, stable, connected service. I just think I'd sooner just do that.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Than going down a UPS route, because then internet as well. Like, I mean, I'm on fiber optic, and the internet connection isn't always reliable either.
Yeah, right.
Which is bonkers. It's fiber optic, but yeah, I just don't trust, because the thing is with nodes, if you stake to a node, the first thing you look at is the cost, the rewards you're going to get, and the uptime. Well, if you've got a node, or if you're staking to a node and it's got like 95% uptime, but then you've got another one that's got 100% or 99, you're never going to choose the one that's got that extra percent downtime, are you? Like, because why would you?
Yeah.
So I think if I go with use a VPS, the chances are they don't really get downtime, do they? Because they've got redundancies, they've got fail safes in place.
Yeah.
I don't know up there in Darwin, but like here in Perth, there's a company called Next DC, and they're popping up everywhere. Most people haven't got a clue what they are, and they're just data centers.
No, I never heard of them. No.
Yeah, there's data centers, but honestly, the amount of buildings that I see now just popping up, and when you look at them, they've got all like the generators on the roof and everything's there ready. Yeah, because most people don't have a clue what they are. They just look like these really nice buildings.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're the
server rooms.
Server rooms. That's it. So yeah, I think I'm going to go with them because the 15. I mean, even at $100, because I don't even look at it as an expense anyway. Because if you think about it, you're getting paid in rewards, aren't you? So it's just you're getting slightly less than what you would, but you're getting that uptime, so you might get more people staking. So,
I don't know. I still want to obviously give it a go myself, and then at least if I get one right, then I'll get 7 right. Do you know what I mean, or 8 right? So we'll see how we go. So
well, I think Kevin said you can do an ELN and an FVN on one computer as well.
Yeah, I've just got the one ELN. Yeah.
They look pretty tasty as well, don't they? Like, I mean, I don't really get like how accurate or how long term the rewards are for the ELNs, but they just seem I don't know, more lucrative than an FVN.
Yeah, there was one stage that you were putting in the calculator, and it was better off to have an ELN. So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like
sorry.
Yeah, because like the ELNs, like you're getting 7,000. I mean, according to the calculator, and they said it's accurate. So you're getting 7,000 per year L1X for an ELN, but then like you're only getting short of 14,000 for a full validator node.
Yeah.
So when you do the math, I mean, you could have 2 ELNs for 10,000 L1X. But then I think long term.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Long term, yeah.
Yeah, I think long term the full validator nodes might have a higher resale value as well. Just because they're full validators. But then I think because I know speaking to Matthew, he said the event listener nodes, they're going to be very lucrative as well, because every time they add more blockchains, the event listener nodes are going to be wicked. They're going to be like generating like far more transactions. So
I think they'll end up producing more of those than more ELNs. I mean, as time goes on, apart from the full validator nodes, I can't see them. They're going to have to throttle them a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know Kevin was somewhere in one of the AMAs that he's done. He was talking about ELNs and FVNs.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure he said there's more likelihood of adding more full validator nodes than event listener nodes, because at the minute there's only 800 of each, and they're treating it as that is the limit. There's 800 of each, and there'll only be 800 of each until it's decided that more's needed. But I think at that point it'll be like a DAO that decides that anyway, won't it? Where they probably transactions are struggling or whatever. There's not. It's getting.
Apparently, the node operators make that decision, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Well, that's because the thing is, if it gets to a point where the network's becoming slower, then that will determine that you need more nodes. Oh yeah, the nodes excite me more than anything though, because to me, it's just all about accumulating more L1X.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's why I'm in it for as well, and obviously the process, enjoying the ride.
Yeah, well, it's good, isn't it? Like, really think about it. How many people get to be in a blockchain before anybody knows about it? And it's normally shit like this doesn't happen to normal people like me and you. Like normally it'd be like your BlackRock, it'd be Banter Capital, like crypto Banter.
Yeah,
it's the big guys. Correct. They get to know about it.
Yeah, and they're the ones that dump as well, though. So they've always done the right thing in their research. So
Yeah. I mean, the downside is because we've not got VCs, a lot of the stuff that would have happened isn't happening. The resources are pretty tight because we've not got VC funding. But then if you go down that kind of route and you think, well, if you had VC funding, we wouldn't even be in the mix. We won't be here. We won't be part of the conversation because they wouldn't have needed. They wouldn't have needed us investors because they'd have already had way more investment than they could have handled, and they'd have got chuck marketing money. They'd have had top influencers talking about it because they'd have all got in as well. So and it makes you and it makes you realize, doesn't it, that these influencers, they're not as transparent as you think. They're not here to serve us. They're here to get in front of us, and they want us to then ape in and basically pump their bags.
Absolutely. Yep. And then they get to pull out and have a free ride.
Yeah, exactly. Because like no one's I've sent a lot of information about L1X like very early on, like to what's he called? Not Guy, but his assistant at Coin Bureau, and also I can't remember the guy's name.
I remember that conversation. Didn't we get a mention or something, or there was some sponsorship that occurred on Coin Bureau?
Well, yeah, I think that was like a paid article, but like Coin Bureau.
That was on the back of what you did. Yeah, no.
Well, maybe I'll take credit for it, but I don't know if it was or not. No, but like Crypto Banter and Coin Bureau knew about Layer 1X in March 2023.
Yeah.
But the problem is they're not getting any special treatment. They're not getting the option. They're not getting the option to even buy private sale, because when they found out private sale had finished, it was public sale. So they're not interested. And when they have conversations, they want all this in return, but they're not getting it because private sale's finished. It's public sale. Well, they're not bothered then, because they're not front running anybody. They're getting in with all the pot. They're getting in with everybody else.
Yeah.
So, and I love it though, because every single person that's into Layer 1X now can happily relax with a smile on the face, knowing that when it goes full mainnet live and it's tradable, and we get to go on Layer 1X get to go on Crypto Banter or Coin Bureau or talk to Raul Pal or like the Altcoin Daily guys. We know that if they've bought it, they've bought it with everybody else.
Yeah.
They haven't like got a shitload of it before anybody else. They just bought it when everyone else has bought it, and that's going to put a smile on their face.
Well, I'm sure Kevin still has some allocation that's got to go to marketing, so some of that might be gifting. Who knows?
Yeah, well, that's what it's for, isn't it? I mean, that's his allocation, because he has talked about. He said it in that Discord space where potentially 30% of his allocation going to an advisor that's got like access to 100 million people. So I mean, there's not many people that have got access to that many people, but like that's 30%. Is I mean, I think he said his allocation is 90 million. So that's like what, 26 million tokens. That'd have to be a pretty substantial partnership. They'd have to
when they
offer
start
a lot.
to pour in, as soon as we on the SCX as well, as soon as they start to pour in, they'll just keep pouring in as well. Especially after that first jump, I expect. Be interesting to see how the coin behaves actually on the market when it does go, whether it still continues up with so many coins vested. Sorry. Yeah,
I mean, a lot of the thing is when you look at like all your blockchains, especially. I mean, to be honest, any legit project that's not just like a pump and dump. Virtually all projects have got some kind of, most projects have got some kind of vesting schedule attached to them. Yeah, because they've got to control the price to a degree. So you can't just have everyone dumping, because you'd wreck a chart, you'd wreck a project before it's even got going.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
So it's normal. Like people that said, "Oh, I don't
Yeah,
like
yeah,
vesting."
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah,
I wasn't
even
surprised.
even
Yeah.
in like even in like the real world, like if you got into a stock in a company at launch, you have vesting schedules in there as well. It's not like it's nothing new, is it? It's been around for like forever.
Yeah. Yep. It's only the people that want to dump that want it not to be vested straight away, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
quick get out. Yeah, it's not what this is about.
To be honest, it's going to do so many people good. All them Jeets out there that wanted to sell, they're going to be thanking the lucky stars that didn't have access to the tokens. Because imagine selling L1X at $5 when it goes to $50.
Goes to 100, goes to whatever, 80,
Yeah,
100,
I mean, 50 cents is like launch price. So like 220 million is like $50, and it's not. That's not. Sorry, $5. Sorry, at 220 million. Now, that's not even. You're not even got going, have you?
Not even scratching the surface yet. Yep.
Yeah, like nothing's happened. I mean, you're looking at like this bull run. I mean, if we get close to like 50 on CMC, like, which is Monero and Fantom, I think. No, it's moved now. But yeah, like you get to like Fantom prices and Theta, $2 billion market cap. That's 100x, and that's like 22. Yeah, 2.2. So like here, Monero kind of Optimism. That's 100x just to there. And if that happens, like, and it's getting adoption, then, isn't it? People are talking about it.
Yeah. Well, and that's obviously we've got use case as well, so we've got lots more behind us than half of that list.
Yeah. It's gonna be pretty exciting. I can't wait, mate, for it to just for it to go live where people can trade it, because then you'll see what the market wants, then, won't you? When people,
I can't wait for that too.
Yeah.
Hello.
It's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, a lot of people want to wait to see it live and the coin tradable to buy. So I'm interested in seeing when that happens, how many people actually mean it.
I've got a mate who's a proper degen, and he'll quite happily stick $1,000 into some 50k market cap piece of shit without thinking twice about it. And I've told him about L1X, and all he says to me is like, it's too high of a market cap. I don't touch anything over $1 million. And I said,
Jesus.
well, do me a favor. I said, just buy. I said, you've missed the public sale now. I said, buy a node. It'll cost you $2,500. Buy a node. And he's like, nah, I'm just going to wait until launch. He said, they always dump after launch. And I'm like, there's no sell pressure. Like,
there's nothing to sell.
Yeah.
There's nothing to sell, right?
Yeah, I'm like, there's no supply to sell. You've got 20% of public sellers that can sell, but I think 70% of public sale are vested. So there's like, there's hardly anybody that's selling the tokens. So like with the buy pressure off the exchanges, I said, you'll never see it at 50 cents. Now, I don't want to be eating I don't want to be eating my words saying it's impossible, but I mean, one person buying puts it above 50 cents straight away, doesn't it?
Well, I've got to buy some as soon as it launches.
But it's highly improbable that it'll happen.
Yeah, I mean, obviously speculating on price is always a tough one, isn't it? But I mean, with no sell pressure and an influx of buy pressure, and I'm just interested in kind of like what's coming to, like what was Kevin referring to when he was talking about like potential advisor coming on board with like 100 million people, like, or not even something so big, but even just other like YouTubers that have got like presence in the space, when they start talking about L1X, like it's going to get to a point where this network effect is going to kick in, and all of a sudden we're going to start moving, and there's no way on earth you'll ever get anywhere close to what the public sale price was. No chance.
Nah. No.
People are hoping. Not me.
Yeah, but just buy. Yeah, but just buy it. Just buy now. Buy public sale, and if you want a DCA, DCA.
Mm-hmm.
I sort of hope it sits there for a little bit because I want to buy some more.
Yeah,
I reckon.
I hear you there.
Yeah, I reckon it'll be $5 before you can blink.
Yeah.
I mean,
think
the thing
so
is,
too, to be honest. Yeah, it's like one of those things where it goes live and all of a sudden everybody tries to buy it and then like it just goes to $5 or $10 like without even with like one refresh of the screen basically.
Shit, I'm gonna have to buy another couple of nodes.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I'm just accumulating.
I'm not joking. Yeah.
No, I know.
just accumulate them nodes because that's all I'm doing. I mean,
accumulate nodes to accumulate L1X.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Well, I mean, think about it, right? You're spending $5,000 on one event listener node. Yet in 12 months, you're going to be getting 7,000 L1X back.
Yeah.
No, that isn't strictly true because timelines. Because I think Kevin said the ELNs aren't going to go live until I think May, which probably means June, July. So the ELNs.
Interesting. You reckon the nodes are going to be saleable or transferable? Are they going to be part of the vesting schedule as well?
I think you got to get them because you can the node itself. They'll be for sale. You can put them for sale on the marketplace. I think they'll just be something you can sell.
Yeah.
Again, it's going to be one of them, though, isn't it? The longer you hold on to a node, the more value it's going to have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, the last conversation we had when we were in here last, what were you saying? Somebody sold a node for like $600,000 or something. I mean, obviously not L1X, but what were you talking about, Crypto Psycho?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. No, that was a Solana node.
Solana node.
Yeah. Well, Ethereum, like if you want to be a node on Ethereum, you need 32 ETH, which is $96,000.
Wow.
Right.
So the node on L1X are cheap. And if you think about the rewards what L1X gives you are insane. Like the rewards to Ethereum are like under 5%. Like L1X is like 60%.
Yeah. So Trentos Mentos asks, can we still buy at 50 cents public sale on L1X website? Sorry, but you cannot. If you want to buy any L1X, you have to buy either a full validator node, which is $12,500, where you get 25,000 L1X, or you can buy an event listener node for $2,500. 5,000 L1X you get, but you also get the node. So if you want to buy at the public sale price, you still can, but only through the validator node.
Yeah.
I hope that answered your question, Mentos.
It did.
Yeah.
He posted that in the Discord as well.
Yeah. But yeah, it's still available to buy. You just gotta make sure you have 2,500 or 12,500, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
And I wish I did.
Yeah, I mean, I've kind of got enough. If I sold some stuff, but I want to get one FEN because as good as the ELNs look, like if I can have like 4 ELNs or 5 ELNs, I think I'd sooner have, just for diversifying, I'd sooner have a full validator node as well and have less ELNs.
Yeah.
But
well,
we can't
why
have
I went,
because I'd imagine the full validator nodes, I mean, they're going to get the bulk of the rewards, but the event listener nodes are still going to be comparable. I mean, it's going to be wonderful rewards, but having every utility of L1X that pays passive income is kind of the key. The username NFTs, the full validator node, the event listener node, anything that gives you passive income.
Yep, that's what it's all about.
Have you got any of the usernames, Craven?
No, I missed that part of it. I thought about it, but that was sort of around that Christmas period, wasn't it? I was sort of away.
Yeah.
You can get them now. I mean, they're still there.
You can still get them. Was it 200 US or something?
$242 US, yeah. But you get the username, you get governance rights also, to put your votes in for the direction of the platform, and then you get whatever platform fees that will be generated, I guess, too. So, I mean, they're worth it. It's not a lot of money, but then you also have the option of selling the username later on down the road, too.
Yeah, you're basically profit sharing the L1X app, because the L1X app itself is owned by the NFT username holders, and there's going to be 1 million usernames sold, and then 1 million are going to be you're going to be like a part owner of the app itself. Now, the usernames themselves, I'm presuming you're going to be able to buy an infinite amount of usernames, but I think the million is the million that is going to control the app, the L1X app, like in the DAO.
Yeah, rightio.
Yeah.
But yeah, as Garrett said, like the usernames themselves, if L1X becomes this, as Kevin said, the top three, that's where Kevin wants L1X to be: Bitcoin, Ethereum, L1X. If L1X is up there, for one, we're all millionaires, or hello, future millionaires. But the L1X usernames, that means the network effects happen. So the L1X usernames are going to be like gold dust. So like you buy, I don't know, Tim, Bob, like your short letters, like your short words, sorry, they're going to have so much value to them. Because like you look at the ENS names, and like it's like buying domain names back in the 2000s. Like the ones that are like short and punchy and straight to the point, like they're the ones that are going to have like an inherent value. But it's like the nodes themselves. The longer you hold them, the bigger the network becomes, the more value they have.
Right. Better look into it. I didn't even look at it. I just sort of bypassed it. I thought it was a little bit of a.
It's
not much to it, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
just nice to have the passive income. I mean, to get the fees from the app itself, then you have that part, because who knows what it's going to bring in, the fees on the app itself. And then the event listener nodes are the swap fees and stuff. So, and all that. So, I mean, they could be very lucrative.
I mean, I've spent that much money on. I've spent that much money on NFT usernames. I could have bought an ELN.
I should have just bought a lot more L1X and usually got my event listener nodes or got a full validator node, but I diversified within it. So.
Yeah, they're good, aren't they? They're good how they do it as well, because they release stuff in dribs and drabs, don't they? So it's like they release the NFT usernames, so they get people buying a shit ton of them, and then it's like, okay, we're on to the nodes now. And I think, in all honesty, more people have got FOMO over the nodes. Now they've been sold out. Now they sold out the first part of them, because the first 400 you could use with your existing L1X, but now you can only top up with them, can't you?
Yeah.
So I think now the first 400 have gone, and it's on to the second 4. It's probably more attached to them than previous, but it's finding the funds to buy. That's the thing. I need to make some money on some degen players.
Yeah. Me too. Yeah.
Because my wife would, if I used any real money in crypto, my wife would seriously divorce me. She's always checking my bank, like, and if she sees a dubious transaction, it's like, Mark, what's this transaction? Like, she's seen that many where they've said like moon pay or there's a few, isn't there? There's a few different where you can buy on MetaMask. There's a few different names. It's like, what's this? And like, no, it's like can't get away with any of that stuff. I've just got to be squeaky clean.
Oh, geez.
A good job though, because I'd have put all my taxes and everything into it. I'd have been good.
You'd have all kinds of full validator nodes and event listener nodes. Then I bet you.
Yeah, would be homeless, but I'd have a full validator node.
Yeah, you would. You're living in your ute. You're living in the back of your ute.
Yeah. Right, why have we missed this mortgage payment again? Well, I've got an FVN.
You don't understand. I had to have that meme coin.
Yeah.
I've got an ape.
Yeah, I've got to. It doesn't go down well. Like she's I mean, she's understanding now that I think how different L1X is, because I do content live streams, and like my daughter and her boyfriend is kind of into it as well. They've bought L1X, but she's still very dubious. But she understands it's more legit than probably most projects, and I think having the offices in Perth helps. It's got like a physical location, and I think that's why. Yeah, and I think that's why, like, the people that are in Perth, they have this, or maybe Australia as well, Australia-wide, but like you have this extra kind of belief and this extra conviction because you can meet the team like in person.
Real, yeah.
They're real. They're not hiding behind a pseudonym.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
We've all been rugged by them. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes a big difference. Like I've met like Bonnie Clark. I mean, I've been to like the events at University of Western Australia where like L1X have been sponsoring the show, like, and like stuff like when you start getting on that kind of scale, you're getting beyond the point of it being a scam. And I think the realization of that when you can see it firsthand is different. So it gives you a different mindset. But it's good because it lets people like me convey it to people in other countries so they can get a sense of what I'm feeling. And I'm not on the team, so I think it just helps.
Yeah.
I think it really does.
I love it.
You've got street cred, brother. Internet cred in the crypto space here. You do know.
To a degree. To a degree. Yeah. I mean, I don't really know a lot. I just know about L1X, really.
Well, I didn't say you're knowledgeable. I said you have street cred. No, but you're knowledgeable too. I just
Yeah, no. I never really went down the path of just talking about L1X and just doing L1X. But the problem is when you go down a rabbit hole, you can only go down so many rabbit holes because your brain can't handle much. You're limited, aren't you? Your bandwidth can only take in so much.
Oh, absolutely. And you got to pick and choose. I think the more you get into it, the more choosy you get as well. So you start to minimize which projects you're in. Yeah.
Well, I was speaking to a good mate of mine. He's from Perth, but he lives over in Queensland. And he was saying to me, he said, because I've been around memes quite a while and I've been in the space a while, and there's a massive influencer called BitLord. And he said when BitLord started, he just started as like a Dogecoin influencer. And he said the reason why he blew up is because that's all he did. He just went down that one kind of path and become the go-to name for that particular project or that particular coin. So he said what you should be doing is just concentrate on L1X. He said don't even bother with anything else. So then you'll become the number one source for L1X. And I might not be the only one. There's probably going to be a lot more, because if you think about YouTubers that are already out there that have got a massive following, if they suddenly started going down the L1X route, they're probably going to grow exponentially because they've already got a following anyway. Yeah. But I think he's right. Just concentrate on L1X, because concentrating on L1X, it then diversifies anyway, because that's going to trickle through into all the different projects that launch on L1X. So especially when the launch pad goes live, doing videos for like those guys, and maybe do some like live streams, and like having Q&As with their community and L1X. There's so much out of it what you can get. So yeah, I think because I stopped working. I've just stopped working on another, because I was on the team for, I've not updated my Twitter, but I'm on the team for Hot Knife Studios, which is like building a AAA MMO RPG game. But I actually left about 2 or 3 weeks ago because it was too demanding. Because it basically would have meant if I'd have continued working for Hot Knife, I wouldn't have been able to do Layer 1X. And Layer 1X, even though I'm not on the team, I think Layer 1X is probably benefit me more financially over the short term. Now, over the long term, if Hot Knife, when it launches its first game and it becomes a super success, which I know it will be, I'll probably be kicking myself. Hopefully they'll they'll invite me back on my hands and knees.
Yeah, but when this takes off, you will take off. That's the key with L1X. If you focus on this, L1X made you the first influencer on the platform, so therefore you can grow with them.
Yeah, well, that's the idea. That's the idea. The only downside is, right, like at the minute, unless you're into L1X, no one's got a clue who I am. Like no one knows me. But as Layer 1X grows, then I grow. It kind of it can get a little bit scary because I don't want people knowing. I don't want to have security when I quit. I don't want to have to worry about getting kidnapped for my seed phrase. That's not. It's not there's a lot of people in here what are still anonymous that have bought into L1X, and no one's going to know who they are. Like you, Garrett. Like, I mean, unless you're into L1X, like, or crypto in general, you're not really people. You don't stand out, do you? You just kind of you can be a millionaire without stressing about someone coming and kidnapping you to a degree,
right?
I always think it gets a bit scary when people know who you are, because they know that, hang on a minute, you've been in L1X from the beginning, you've been doing all the videos and all the content, and you're going to have a shit ton of L1X. And it's not like a bank account, is it? It's a seed phrase. Like, if you're under duress or you get threatened, you need proper security measures in place. So it's like a double-edged sword, isn't it? Doing what I do, because I've not got that anonymity like everybody else.
I mean, even I go by my name, so I probably should change all that, but it's probably too late. I'll just go with it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really think about it too much now, but I do think about, like, when I went to Token 2049, and I seen Ran from Crypto Banter, Kyle Chassé, the Moon Carl, Crypto, and all these guys that are there, they just started off as normal people. Like, no one, like Carl, the Moon Carl, worked in a supermarket. Crypto was a taxi driver. Just regular people. Right. But now when you see them walking around, they have an entourage with them. They have security with them because they can't afford not to, because the risk is too big. And but at that point, you don't have a normal life anymore, do you?
No, not when you're in the public light, in the public eye.
Yeah, and I don't really want to be. I mean, I don't really want to be in the public eye. It's funny because like the first time I experienced like I don't know, not celebrity, not being celebrity status or anything, but like the last time Layer 1X had an event in Perth, and I remember I went in there, and everyone knew who I was, but I didn't know who anyone was, because they've all seen my YouTube show, my YouTube channel, and like it felt kind of weird, people knowing who I was when I haven't got a clue. Well, times that by 100 or 1,000, Well, like everybody in crypto knows who you are. Like the Moon Cow could not walk anywhere without someone recognizing him, or any of these guys. Like, I mean, Crypto Man ran newer. He's a little bit different because he come from the business background. Anyhow, I think he was. I think he had a crypto show on CNBC, or some show like that.
He was a businessman of some sort prior. I do remember that much.
Yeah. He's got a lot of business acumen behind him, and he's. I think he was successful anyhow.
Yep.
But even like him, like they walk around with security. They don't walk around on their own. I think it's a good thing being in Australia, because I think Australia it's a bit more laid back in it. It's not like being in America. I think in Australia, like you could be in a restaurant with some famous person, and I think people would just carry on as normal.
Mm.
You might say like, all right, mate, that's probably it, innit? There'd be no.
Yeah, we're not very intrusive. Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't make a fuss of it, would you? It'd just be one of them things. Maybe in Melbourne might be a bit different. I don't know, but I think even Melbourne's pretty chilled. I just hope that I've got just back to my full validator node. I'm in a couple of really good degen players at the minute on Solana that I'm hoping have got some really good potential, because I need about $6,000 to top up for an FVN. So I'm that's my goal at the minute. If I can get that FVN, I'll be a happy man.
Is the top up still working or not? So you can only purchase now, can't you? The full amount, or can you still use L1X?
No, you have to use the full amount.
Yeah. I just want to make sure there was no confusion there, or I was missing something again. Yeah.
Yeah, no. The team kind of dropped the ball a little bit with allowing people to opt into more nodes than they were originally opted into with the first vesting. So now I got left out.
Yesterday, 2 days ago, I'm trying to think who it was. I was speaking to someone that was just topped up for a full validator node. They had 23,000 L1X, and they just paid 2,000 L1X and bought a full validator node.
Yeah, well, that might be for just the full validator nodes, because the event listener nodes you cannot do that. Because I only needed 388 L1X, and I couldn't get it.
Okay.
It won't let you top up unless you top up with the entire amount.
Yeah.
So
maybe. Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be different one to the other, should there? If you can do it with an ELN, you should be able to do it with an FVN. But obviously, something's not.
Were all the FVNs sold at the time though? Because that could have been part of it. They might have topped up. They might have been able to top up with the first 400 or the first amount.
First 400.
Yeah.
Well, this was 2 days ago.
Okay.
Yeah, so they literally bought, because they'd not done it, and they had 23,000 L1X, and they just connected the wallet. Because I asked him, I said, "Do you have any problems?" He said, "No." I said, "Connecting my wallet." It allocated 23,000 L1X, and I just paid the difference. I think he paid with Matic, paid the extra 2,000 L, bought 2,000 L1X with Matic, and now he's got an FVN.
I saw that conversation, but I didn't. Nice. That's actually the reason why I asked, but it was still able to be done.
Yeah.
I mean, I've tried with the ELNs and you can't do it.
Yeah, be interesting, because I'll be doing it with an FVN. So I mean, there's plenty left, isn't there? Because they've only sold like 15 of the 400. Unless that list isn't up to date, because it's been like that for ages. I don't think it's changed.
It was going slow, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, it doesn't seem to be. Doesn't seem to have changed, does it? When I've looked at it, because, like here now, it says, done it 15 of 1400, and then 59 of 400. Garrett, did you speak to anybody on that? How it won't work? Did you raise a ticket or anything?
Oh yeah, they said you cannot buy unless you buy with the full amount.
Yeah, that's what. That was
The reason I was
yeah.
because I kept getting an error, and they said the reason you're getting the error is you can only buy with the full amount, and that I will get the 2 event listener nodes that I was promised when the team decides to do that. Well, fuck me.
The day before they're ready to release,
You'd think they would want to have everybody that is going to host the nodes ready to host them.
Tell me about it.
So the network won't fail. Because I got mine. The ones I got for the first vesting. I mean, I planned on hosting them immediately. I wasn't planning on flipping them or selling them or anything. I mean, I want those for my future. And a lot of people, I have a feeling, just opted into them because they could. The option was there, and they thought, well, I'm going to get it, and I'll just sell them later. But, oh well. More power to them.
Yeah. I mean, shit, if I have to buy one outright, if I have to buy one outright, I need to do really well on some meme coins. Like,
yeah, and you too.
If I need to find $12,500, some meme coins need to go mental. Because the problem is, this has got to happen before we go live. Because once we go live, it's not $12,500, is it? This is the price now when it's 50 cents.
Yeah, that's need to do it now before the price goes insane.
Yeah, Garrett, if you send me 5 BNB, I'll send you 10 back.
Yeah, I wish. I only need 22 BNB, and I'm gonna get myself a full validator node. I'd be happy with 5 just to get an event listener node. I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, so would I. Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna have to reconfirm and see if they've what they did for their FVN. Because I'm kind of intrigued. I'm kind of intrigued now. Where he's got his FVN, he's bought it, but he's not. But it's you shouldn't get it if he was topping up. Or if that's the case, if that's the case, though, that top up should be removed from the website, shouldn't it?
Shouldn't it be called top up? Yeah.
Yeah, because if it's not topping up,
purchase. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because a top up is adding to what you already have, not starting fresh. That's not a top up. It says it up here. Yeah.
Says it at the top there, doesn't it? Top up.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I was disappointed and confused by it. Because I was literally trying to top up.
Yeah.
Oh well. Oh boy.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, you still got to get the ones you were promised though, because they've already said that, aren't they? Kevin got asked that in the AMA, Garrett, and he addressed it and he said definitely.
Well, they're the ones that were in the first 100.
I want to know when. With WHEN, not a WEN. I really want to know when.
Yeah. He told Thingy to look at it. Lionel, yeah, he asked Lionel to look into it all. Yeah, because anyone that was promised a node in the beginning, because I was because I had an issue because back early on there was a problem with the user interface and some people couldn't load L1X app on the screen; it wouldn't work, and I was one of them people, so I couldn't get it at the beginning. So they said that anyone that opened a ticket for an ELN that couldn't buy one when they wanted one, or with FVN, whatever, they're gonna get they will get it. So, and that was brought up in that AMA.
We just have
because
to
there was
open the
also
ticket.
something else. Yeah, there was something else as well, weren't there? Because some people, there were the 18 people or something that have got queries with the first 100. Can't remember what it was now, but I know that got addressed as well. Lionel were basically sorting it all out.
Yeah, they said that on all of those, all of the first 100.
Yeah.
So that was, but I had to wait as well. Obviously, when doing the sanitisation, I was there when it first opened, but then I had to wait another, I guess, 12 hours, something like that, before I could actually vest and then get the node. So there was already 100 gone by then.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, they
shame,
went
innit?
pretty
Because
quick.
because you're missing out now, aren't you? Because I mean,
Yeah.
did you get into the second then? Because the first was like supposed to be April, wasn't it? But we've not gone live yet. And then the second 80 is in May.
Yeah, but one thing that gives me hope, I guess, is the fact that not many people are going to be able to run their own, and I think a lot of people have just purchased them just for the sake of having them themselves, like we were talking about earlier. So I think a lot of people will be sitting on their hands with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, them first 80 people, there might only be, you never know, there might only be 30 people that want to host.
Yeah.
If that,
or work out how to, or there'll be. Yep. That's what I expect anyway. That's what I'm thinking. So I assume they'll go through the first 80 pretty quickly, and then the next 80, and then the next whatever group there is after that.
Yeah, well, hopefully you're in the first batch. Get in there.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah. Let's get them.
Yeah.
I just want to get them so I can post them and get them done and get the network running and make sure there's no issues that arise from slow validations.
Yeah, and the ELNs aren't going to be working straight off though, are they? It's just the full validator nodes to start with.
Surely L1X and Kevin and the team are running their own nodes, so they'd have to be.
Yeah. Yeah. They've got to have some going because they wouldn't. The network wouldn't
they'd
even
have
be
100
up.
sitting there somewhere already. Yeah.
Well, it did say the centralized exchanges have already got the nodes up and running.
Yeah.
So I don't know how many they've got, but they're generating L1X from the get go. They're already connected.
Wow.
They're laughing, aren't they? They're laughing. The centralized exchanges are laughing. They make all the money through the transaction fees, and they've got the nodes as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Man.
I don't know how many nodes they've got, but I reckon they've got a decent number.
Yeah, I bet they do.
But the thing is, they've probably been paid for it from Kevin's allocation too, aren't they? It's like a sweetener, isn't it? Because they'll have had to have been paid for. Probably come out of the marketing or Kevin's stash.
The stash.
The bank.
The bank. 90 million. He's already. I mean, there's no liquidity, but his tokens are worth 45 million now.
Christ, already. Yeah, already.
Yeah, there's no. But that's the thing. He doesn't even want all that, does he? He's happy to.
No, that's it. Isn't he? He's happy. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the giveaways, the 500,000, the 250,000, they're from his personal stash.
All the giveaways, yeah. Pretty sure it's him rewarding people.
Yeah.
Helping people out.
Yeah. Nice. I like Kevin. His brain works on a different level than 99.9% of people, but he's like
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God, right? Yeah. Thank God for real.
Yeah. But he's got that kind of
generation mind.
Well, he can have a conversation. That's the thing as well. He can hold a conversation. He's not like Vitalik, is he? He's not got like autism or what's the word? Where the social disability. Like a lot of developers aren't very social, are they? Because Kevin's very social. He can hold a conversation, and I mean, when I was talking, when I was talking to him about like the influencer hub, and he's there with his 4 whiteboards. I'm like, I felt like saying, Kevin, you lost me on the first whiteboard. You've now got 4 whiteboards. And he's, I remember at one point he said, at one point he said, you have a think about that. I'll be back in a minute. And I remember his graphic designer was sat in with a meeting, and I'm looking at her, and I'm like, he wanted an answer. He wanted an answer. And I thought,
You didn't know what the question was.
He's gone in a minute. He said, I'll be back in a minute. And he was gone a minute. And he come back in. And I'm like, I've not a fucking clue. I felt about that big. I'm like, Kevin, like, this is why you're on another level. Your brain works at 1,000,000 miles an hour. And I'm like, yeah, that exactly it. I didn't even know the question. I was thinking about how much pressure I was under. Thinking, shit, I need to give an answer here. And I was completely lost it. I'm like, fuck. Anyway, it turned out all right. But I'm like, Jesus, this is why I'm not running the blockchain.
And that's why he is.
Because he just love his whiteboard, and it's all second nature to him as well. He'll just literally start, and he's thinking as he's going, and before you know it, he's like 4 whiteboards in, and it's like, damn, Kevin, boy genius.
Absolutely.
He's only in his, I think he's only in his 20s.
Once in a generation meme right there. I mean, he was. Yeah. Everybody has tried to solve cross-chain interoperability. No one's been able to until Kevin. So
yeah,
that right there is huge.
It's going to be a fun ride, isn't it? It's going to be a fun ride.
He wants to be in the top 3. That makes me giddy. I'd be happy with the top 50.
Yeah. Top 10. That'd be good.
Top 50 at the gate, top 10 next year.
But I think along with interoperability, one of the main things I reckon that drew me in originally was, I think there was some conversations around making crypto accessible to everyone. And that was what part of the original wallet conversation was about. And that's really what needs to happen with crypto. And if this can do that, L1X, it's going to sort of open crypto up to everyone. And that's what really needs to happen.
I agree. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of different topics that brought people into L1X. Like so many different utilities, and different people are attracted to different utilities.
Yeah, and there's so many different utilities that there's something for everybody, isn't there?
Yeah. And I think,
like for me, all I needed to hear was, cross-chain swapping without the use of bridges. Boom, that's all I needed to know. And then I went down the rabbit hole. Solving the issue of bridges for me was everything.
Yeah, I mean, if we get to number 10, like number 10 is $18 billion market cap, which is roughly about 8 million. That's about 8,000x.
8,000x.
Yeah.
8,000x is that's a lofty goal.
No, sorry, 800. No, sorry, hang on, 800x. 800x.
So 800x. That's not so bad.
It's 1,000x to 22 million. But it's still.
I'm going to say 8,000x. That's lofty, but 800 is okay.
Yeah, I mean,
if Shiba Inu can do it. I mean, Chris has to be able to do it.
Well, if Kevin's goal is to get to like number 3, that'd make it somewhere between 110 billion to like 366 billion. So if it gets up there, I think that's probably the next bull cycle. Like this cycle, I mean, will it get to number 10? I don't know. I mean, I don't care. To be honest,
I think so.
Wherever it goes, it's going to change our lives, isn't it? regardless.
Yeah.
It's going to go.
No matter
I think everyone's on the understanding it's going to do some numbers. Like if it gets to $1 billion, 2 billion, 10 billion, or anywhere in between, it's going to change my life. I mean, just pay for pay my house off a beer button.
Right, no doubt. I'm going to mute myself. I got to check my food.
No mortgage. Yeah, well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm gonna end it soon anyway because it's nearly dinner time here, and my wife will be like, so what's for dinner?
I was just saying, I've got to go too.
Maybe we
so
go get
that's
pizza.
great timing.
That sounds good. Yeah,
no,
because
listen, it's been really good talking.
Everyone's getting done here.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, no, thanks.
Have a good evening.
Thanks, Craven. It's been nice talking to you. Catch you later.
Likewise.
Garrett,
See ya.
Yeah, see you guys. Garrett, good speaking to you again. Catch you on the next one.
Good job.
Anyone that wants to know more, about L1X, just head over to L1Xapp.com. Also, make sure that you jump into the Discord as well if you're not already in there, because the community's in there, the team, and anything you need answered, you get answers like really, really quickly. So yeah, until next time, guys. Catch you on the next.